Yellow, and on this week's episode, we have Watchmen, Crucible, Solar Opposites, Doggerai, and all of the above.
I'm moving the mic.
Yeah, that's Randall trying to get accustomed to the mic, trying to get real friendly with it. Why? I don't know, but he's there with it. Let me move that here, put that there, so then Randall can see y'all reflections. Reflections? I don't know. Don't matter. This is the ADLR Podcast, episode 96, joined by Weird TV down there.
What's up?
We got Brian Del Rosa here on my right. You're right, my left. And we got the smoking Batman and just glistening here. Randall Green.
Glistening?
Yeah, you're glistening.
Listening.
Look at how the light bounces off of you. Is there something
You have a
on
blur
my...
Yeah.
Oof. Time for
You
an
got it.
upgrade. You feel me?
Are you gonna upgrade?
Who? No one. It's not a who. It's this camera. Maybe one day. And maybe one day you guys can visit my website at adlr. Oh nope, adlrplays.com. I want to say adlr. I don't have that domain. adlrplays.com, where it's a one-stop shop for all this trash content, including the YouTube videos Let's Play. Right now I think it's Bloodstained. My gameplay of Bloodstained that's going up at the moment, followed by Plague Tale once that finishes, and then Doggerai, which we'll talk about here. Highlights of like us just fragging on Modern Warfare, 'cause that's what we do. Podcast archive episodes are on there too. You can also donate from the site as well, directly to me or to Extra Life, which the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. And they can also send us mail and topics to talk about on the show. None were sent this week, so Godspeed.
Nothing from Zordon? That's kind of disappointing.
Zordon, now he thinks he's VIP and doesn't even bother. He just comes in the chat and starts asking random questions. So he doesn't follow protocol in any way. He's like, I live in America, I do what I want. That's his MO. And that's it for housekeeping, people. Holy shit. Kelsey, how was your week? You look like you just came from an exhausting class.
Yeah, man. I when did deadlifts, I could stop coughing.
You're about to die on stream in a
Yeah,
second.
which hilariously I was gonna say that this has been getting a lot better with this cough, and then all of a sudden today it's just like, hey, by the way, I'm still here.
It's all an act.
But yeah, I did deadlifts today, and then we did had Krav. There was a lot of grappling involved. We did a lot of like groundwork. It was a lot of fun. I am sore as hell.
That's good.
Uh,
Well, not like good, but like you're activating muscles there, hopefully.
yeah, the lower back, there's no muscle there anymore, so I just like spend my whole day like that, just slouched over.
That's not good though. Don't you?
No,
Okay.
that's why I'm going to the gym and doing.
Oh,
deadlifts.
okay. I thought you were saying like that's a normal thing you should be doing. I'm like, no.
I'm trying to
That's-
practice good posture, but it just doesn't work. It does help when the cat's like sleeping on my neck.
So you have a little bit of support.
Yeah, so you don't want her to like leaning over, so I have to like sit up straight. And then there's
Gotcha.
this one who I have to she doesn't want to be held normally. She wants to be held like normally, would be over the shoulder like this, but she has to lay across my arm this way.
Hey, that's what gets her, her purring. So, do you ever think about getting the I've seen the advertise a bunch that fucking like vest thing that you tighten up so you can just
No.
always walk around like
No.
this.
Like I've seen those. No.
Yeah, I always looked at them like, does that actually help, or are these guys just tightening some fucking thing and standing up straight on purpose?
Well, there's another one that's like electronic where you wear it over your over your shoulders, and then it just like makes like the infinity symbol across your back. And whenever your posture starts to slouch, it vibrates so that you force yourself to sit back up. So none of them actually like force you into a position. It's more of a, hey, sit in the correct position.
Oh, well, fuck, that's trash then.
Exactly.
I don't need that. All right, Randall, how you doing? How's this marvelous week of yours? How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It was alright. I didn't do anything.
That sounds like a good one. Johan
You
in
guys
the
didn't
chat.
grill out or anything?
When have you ever seen me cook anything? I cannot cook, so I could definitely not grill.
I've seen you throw down on some serious cereal.
Oh yeah, that's my shit. I'll be whipping that. Johan said I'd only use one to snap my fucking spine, ending me instantly. All right. Well, we're going dark already. How many world record of 5 minutes? We're in it.
And Shannon cooked ribs tonight.
Daniel
I haven't
says
tried them yet
grill
because I
out.
just got home.
You haven't cooked ribs?
So I tried cooking ribs for the first time ever a couple weeks ago. It did not go well. I had, I like looked online and everybody's like, yeah, just an hour on the grill, low temperature, you're fine. It'll be fine. So I put it on there for an hour and a half because it didn't feel like they were done after just an hour, and took them off. They still weren't done, but we just ended up eating them anyway because we weren't really sure how to gauge when they're done.
Okay.
And so yesterday there was a grill out across the street at our neighbors, and one of the other neighbors who's really good at like cooking and stuff and is like basically like a chef. Well, he brought over some ribs, and I was like, okay, you have to tell me how it is that you actually cook these so that the meat just falls off the bone like yours does. And he told me, and I think Shannon tried. She cooked hers a little bit longer tonight. I don't know if they're falling off the bone. I think she said they weren't quite falling off, but they're more done than what mine were.
She's got the leg up, bro. You got to. Next time you got to you got to make it like what he made it.
Exactly.
Like step by step. I want to hear you say "bam" from where you're at. I want to hear it here in Florida.
You'll hear time, just for Bryant.
Oh, okay, that's
shit,
good.
There you go. Before you start making it, I want to hear you go, all right, boom. And then you start cooking.
Got it. John says he just wants a grill. Like, do you want a grill or do you want a grill? He says
this?
wanna. Johan in my chat says he wants to grill.
Grilling's awesome, man. There's like virtually no cleanup. You throw everything on the grill, veggies, meats, whatever. Cook it for like 20 minutes, and then scrub the grill off and you're done.
It doesn't leave like shit at the bottom underneath the.
No, all the grills have like a catch pan.
Oh, you just
for, like,
wipe that
grease
off?
and stuff. You just literally like take the pan out, put it in whatever the normal thing is that you're supposed to, and take it somewhere, and you're done.
Oh, okay. Resort in the chat. I want a smoker. Brian with a clever response. Tobacco smell won't bother you. Brian's not. He's on point. All right.
Like a decimal.
We need to get a smoker too. I think that's going to be our next purchase.
Did you recently get a grill, or is this the grill that you've always had?
No, this is the grill I got. Was it 2.5 years ago? Whatever my 30th was.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had a grill before that. I only used it a few times and the thing broke.
Gotcha. Wait, what broke on the grill?
So on the grills, there's always like a cover that sits like this over the flames, so that when grease drips, it doesn't just ignite.
Okay.
And that thing that connected to the back of the grill just snapped, and then the pipe that funnels the propane through was just cut in half, so I couldn't even use two of the burners.
Oh shit. Apparently you're going to make a software for robots to automate chicken harvesting because prices of chickens are skyrocketing.
Well, all the meat's skyrocketing because of the COVID stuff. It's making it harder to actually harvest all the meats.
Feel you. All right, Brian. What did you do this week? Anything popping out of you? What did you do for Memorial Day weekend? You eat grilled food?
What the hell did I do? I just drank and played stuff.
All of them?
Love it.
All of them. And Monday, I forgot to turn off my alarm, so I was up at 7, just being productive until 2 to work on stuff.
Oh, okay, because Monday you have your alarm set Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
That's
I kind of did the same thing.
I
Good
got
segue.
bodied in a Grand Blue tournament on Saturday because they put me against a double S rank Ladiva that I almost beat technically,
Uh-huh.
and then in losers they put me against a little slut whore Charlotta again. So
All right,
What was
that's
this?
I don't know. He's very aggressive about this right now. So
what happened?
Is this the tournament that you were in? Is that what you're talking
Mhm.
about?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Sorry, I missed the beginning of that because Shannon came in and told me 500 of Tyson Chicken employees tested positive for the coronavirus.
Hmm.
holy shit. Speaking of which, those Tyson grilled chicken breasts, great.
Right?
Well, nice knowing you, Anthony.
I mean, you know. And that note, speaking of getting stuff done, I had about like an hour, almost an hour and a half. Took Janiana to work, and she only had like a short shift, so I came back and I'm like, what can I do in an hour? I'm like, I guess I'll start Dogurai, right? And you're like, what the fuck is Dogurai, Anthony? Well, Dogurai is a little game by an independent studio. Think Mega Man, but without shooting, you do slashing.
Like Ninja
Uh,
Dogs?
Yeah, you're a dog with a sword. Graphics are like Game Boy color, like looks like Game Boy. Side scrolling, you have bosses very similar to like with boss patterns. The health bars are just like Mega Man style. Each level is kind of themed specific to the enemy. Real Yigan in the chat says, is that a Game Boy game? No, it's the aesthetic is, but you can play this on PC. It's called Dogurai. So I started recording it on Mondays. I'm like, I need to make sure I have a bunch of buffer in terms of Let's Play for my channel, my YouTube channel. I finished the game in an hour. I don't know if it's because all my Mega Man experience came in, and it was, you know, I called time and everything. But each level is a couple minutes long. Because I mean, like, since it is those type of old Mega Man games, you don't have to kill everything. So I'm like sliding and jumping over shit and just getting to the end. Like, there's no XP, there's none of that. You don't get like that's one, I guess, the drawback for me. The ones that what I didn't like is you don't get, like Mega Man, when you beat the boss, you get their ability or something. This
Do
isn't.
you not get weapons?
You only, if they did, they didn't communicate that to me. All I had was the slash. I can jump, I can double jump, slide, and slash. If
I feel
there's
like this
more
is
than
like a
that,
worse version of Ninja Gaiden.
hey, if there's more than that, I did not see it. They never told me about it, so that's how all I did, and I finished the game with that. But I finished all the bosses. There's four or five regular stages, then you do the boss level like Mega Man, or near the end of it you do the boss rush kind of thing before you fight Sigma. But in here you fight the actual boss.
Big Mo.
Pretty much, they actually have a Yellow Devil clone.
Get it out. I don't want to hear about this game.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. So, Brian, who are you waving at? Oh, my
Look
chat.
at your chat.
I'm like, because you're looking directly at the camera, so I'm like, is he trying to talk to us?
Looking at them.
They released this for the PC, PlayStation 4, and the Switch.
Yeah. And there's not much I guess my only gripe with it. Like there's like beating up bosses and give you like a cool ability that you can use later on. But that's it. It's like a really small scale game. It's a game. Like it's a Mega Man type game. Like if you're into like if you're okay with not shooting and it's just all melee, which that's what I do is melee.
Shoot.
But he doesn't shoot. I definitely got the bad ending. So I don't know if you unlock a second character. Without trying to spoil it, obviously there's not much. There is some dialogue because you find hidden things, but I definitely got the bad ending because the cutscene happened where I guess I was supposed to get the good ending and I didn't collect everything, so I didn't get a good ending. But besides that, I mean, there has some cool sequences where you're like on a motorcycle and you're fucking dodging stuff, similar to, remember Brian Kirby when you're trying to escape Meta Knight's
Meta Knight's
Revenge, when you're at the end with Wheelie and you're trying to jump over stuff, and they have a sequence like that in here as well. I don't know, man. If you literally have like an hour, it took an hour, and like my recording is an hour and like 6 minutes, and that's because I died a lot on like the last couple bosses. Because
so if you're a pro, it's like 36 seconds.
Yeah, if you're out here like legit Mega Man expert, you'll body this in like 40 minutes, easy. Have I played the? Really, you says, did I play Level Heads? I have not. By Butterscotch Shenanigans. I have not. I don't even know what that is. I might have to look it up. But yeah, I recommend it, especially if you have like an hour of your time. I think it's like a couple bucks. I don't even know if it's like $10. I don't know how much this game costs. It's like $10. If you
Is
like
it on
one,
the Microsoft Store or is it the?
it's on Steam.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on Game Pass. That's a good question. If it's on Game Pass, it's definitely worth downloading. It's like it's like 100 megs or something because there's like nothing to it. The music is fantastic. It has that old classic type of music, and each level has some like distinct music, and it's really cool. So if you like those old, I don't know, what is it, 8-bit Brian music for this type of era, I guess?
Like chiptune.
Like chiptune music, it has some really good ones. And that's it, man. It's a simple, responsive controls. I guess it feels just like a Mega Man game again. Very responsive. You can change direction in midair. He has double jump, so you can do some crazy fucking maneuvers. Since you're not able to shoot at people, you can cut the enemy's bullets. So if you time it right, you can just slash the bullet out of the way, so you don't have to worry about like jumping for everything. And that's it, dude. Quick and dirty. Not dirty. It was actually pretty polished for what it is. Boss fights are actually pretty cool because they all have their own like unique patterns. Yeah, pattern. I guess would be boss patterns. Like I said, if
would you recommend? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, would you recommend people like actually buying it, playing it?
I would. Like, it can't be that expensive. Like, I remember I got it on sale, and I highly recommend it on sale. I'm sure full price. What is full price? Let me go look it up.
Look up. 4th of July is coming up soon.
There's an entire month.
It's $5.
It's $5. I highly recommend it for $5. This is fantastic.
Right.
Gameplay wise, how does it stack up to the Messenger?
No, because there's more abilities and stuff you unlock in Messenger, so you kind of get that progression. And in Messenger, when you kill things, you get currency to then it feeds into a shop you can buy later. Like, there's none of that here. Like, this is like back in the day, like you're just playing it to play
Acura ways.
Huh?
Back in the day, Acura ways.
Yeah,
What
man,
else
it's a
did you
pretty.
do?
Yeah, like it's pretty. Yeah, dude, it's pretty much that. Like, if you like those classic games, I think like Randall will definitely enjoy this. Like him playing
You
through,
can
like
ride
he
a
played Mega Man,
motorcycle?
right? Didn't you enjoy Mega Man?
Yeah.
It's like that. The bosses are really cool. I would like to see like a Dog Ear Eye 2 with like 16-bit graphics. Like the way like Mega Man made the jump from this old type of style to the new one with a bunch more detail and stuff. I would love to see a Dog Ear Eye 2. Because
They should make a Doguvania.
A what?
Just put the word dog in Castlevania. That's what I try to do.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'd be down for that. If it's as responsive as this, absolutely. All right, Brian, let's do everyone a favor and get in and out of fucking Crucible. All right, let's just go.
Isn't that the PvP version of New World? Is that what it is?
I never played New World, so I don't know I don't know how to compare it to that.
Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of a totally different game.
All right. So, Crucible came out this weekend, free to play. I want to go through the stuff I did enjoy, like the minor things I did enjoy. Okay.
This makes me think it's gonna be like one of those the drug commercials. Do you have headaches? This drug will make the headaches go away. Here's 14 minutes of side effects that are all bad, with death as part of the.
Like what I don't like about this is not like its overall. Like, I like the structure it's in, as in like it. UI is. Let's start with UI. This game apparently you can play with a controller, correct?
Can you? Is that like a question or is that?
I'm asking because I'm hoping there's a Crucible dev in my fucking chat. I cannot
sound
navigate the fucking main menu with the controller. I can only play in game.
It says partial controller support.
Oh, they got you.
Let's go with minimal controller support. Let's start with that. So that's a whole other thing. I get it. It's very difficult to include to program UI controller. I get it. It's a whole rocket science thing. So besides that, I do like that they went into the Overwatch route where they have the characters, they all have their own skins, but most of the skins are like kind of recolors, but you can buy it with in-game currency. But the thing I did like is they don't have loot boxes. It's Battle Pass, which I wish Overwatch would just fucking do and just get rid of the loot boxes.
I like loot boxes.
Battle Pass is in like Apex Legends where you unlock stuff by just
playing.
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, because Apex Legends has both. You know, you have like a loot box that you could get.
Oh, you're right. They
and
do.
It has the Battle Pass.
This Battle Pass, it doesn't seem like you get progress in it by just playing. You have to do challenges, it seems. Like you have to fill it up. At least that's what mine was doing.
That's what it looked like. So like a daily will give you. So to level up a tier, you have 10 like little dots or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. They're
like
10
octagons.
dots. They're like and each challenge will fill it up like 2 or 3, like 1, depending how difficult the challenge is. And for this one, they were just slowly adding more every week. So we only had access to week 1. And whatever our dailies were that day, which was just Saturday, because, well, I'll tell you how this all ended. Anyway, so I do enjoy that. Battle Pass, the UI stuff, it looks like it's the Overwatch structure. I'm sure they're probably going to add more people, whatever. Also, I like visuals. You hear that, Valorant? There's actual polygons here. Environments look fantastic in comparison always to Valorant, because it's also free to play coming out June 2nd. The characters' designs look pretty cool. They all have a distinct look. I didn't try all the characters. I tried like 2 or 3 characters. Brian, did you try it? How many did you end up trying?
I tried Harpoon Lady, the little robot, the Fire Lady, the guy that also has a little robot, like the guy that did this in the trailer.
Okay.
Like 5 or 6.
Okay. I played like 2 or 3, which was the soldier dude who looked like Call of Duty man, the axe big dude who can swing his axe, and the chick who like reloads by switching weapons. Like that's I trade those 3. So here's my gripe with this game. It's how it feels. When you're running around shooting things, it doesn't feel like a shooter. It isn't satisfying to shoot your weapon. It isn't satisfying to hit the person with it. Because it's like the time to kill isn't as fast as you'd like it to be. Because obviously because you're leveling up in the middle of it. If you kind of have a way to build your own talent tree pre-game, so you'll level up by just playing throughout the match, and if your team's doing well, I think you share the XP that I don't really know. I'm not fully understanding on that part, but like it just it didn't feel great. I played on the controller for a bit shooting, and I'm like, it felt like I don't know if, again, it could have been my latency because I was streaming while playing, but it shouldn't be that bad because it's like a 4v4. But then I swapped over to keyboard and mouse because I'm like, maybe it's just the controller support. You know, it's very difficult. And then nothing. Like I'm turning around shooting things. The projectiles don't look like there's oomph. It looks like every shot it sends some sort of message to a server to see if it hits, and it doesn't feel like it's happening locally in a bad way.
When you shoot Stay Puft Marshmallows, it doesn't necessarily always do damage.
But no, it does damage. It just doesn't feel. I don't know how to explain it.
There's no weight behind anything. So I'm trying. You know how? Let me see. Well, what has Kelsey seen that? You know when Broly hits you with something in Dragon Ball Fighters, and you feel the weight behind each punch, like that shit hurt. This is just like no matter what gun you use. I used a harpoon. A harpoon, if it hits you, like, oh shit. But it's just like hit scan. You hit him.
Like it felt like a visual representation of a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Did any of you guys play with Earl?
I didn't, but I've seen people play as Earl
with him.
And he doesn't have weight distribution.
It's just like he has like a rocket that can propel him forward. He shoots his minigun for a bit, but it's not like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it into words. Like playing it, I'm like
it feels lifeless, kind of.
The world looks great.
So the animation isn't.
Animation's good. Like they walk around fine. I don't know, right? I again, it's just combat didn't feel right. Again, they have like it's supposed to be like PvP VE, but we were walking around killing the animals there or whatever. I don't think we got enough like Team XP to warrant doing it. Like it's like, I guess it's supposed to be
another Anthem where the release is just not where
no,
it
I don't think
be?
it's I didn't play Anthem long enough, but I don't know if it's gonna be that bad. Like
it's gonna be another Battleborn where it's kind of MOBA-esque, but it's gonna get overshadowed by something else.
Yeah, like it has and that's another thing I do like. It has multiple modes.
This article is comparing it to Overwatch.
I can see that because like I said, it's structured like Overwatch in terms of like, oh, this character's super small and he like everything's like tied to that character. There's no swapping. Like it's not like Modern Warfare where like, oh, you're gonna have a Grau and he's gonna have an M16. You can just swap it with every character. Like it's character specific like combat.
Like that character that I said that Brian should main, or he seemed like he would like him, Drake.
Yeah, I tried him, and that's what I'm saying. Like he's melee character, but I'm in there like he's doing crazy animations that I'm like, if this hits, I should win immediately. You know what I'm saying? But I hit them, or I have to be like too close to hit them to know. Like I'll swing, and like a second later, a hit marker will come up.
They said
as I'm starting my second hit animation, it's like, is my lagging? Is the server lagging? What's gonna happen? What happened?
No, it was pretty much what you were saying. Like, well, it says that if you play Overwatch and you play Doomfist or Reinhardt, then you will probably like this character because he's a heavier melee character.
Yeah, he's mostly melee. So I mean, it was like cool to walk around. He can like jump up and like thrust himself forward with like some jetpack he has. Like moving around with him was cool. It's just once it comes back to combat, it's like I don't.
Yeah. Watching Anthony play him, I was just like, I mean, I remain Reinhardt, and there was no oomph behind what I saw Anthony do. With Reinhardt,
the only difference.
It has like anticipation, like with big hits, you feel it because the anticipation of the hit. And usually there's some kind of vibration or like an impact sound that's like, oh shit, like Balrog in Street Fighter V. When he swings at you, you feel the impact of it. It's like, oh, that's a hard hit. But watching him do it, I guess just the game's feedback was just like minus whatever health.
Yeah, like it's just like numbers coming up on your HUD or like I don't know. What was I talking about the HUD? So you were asking if it's gonna be like Anthem. I don't think so because they do have a pretty neat idea with their battle royale mode, which is like 8 teams of 2. So it's like duos, right? You picked a drop somewhere, which battle royale people please catch up. I'm tired of jumping out of fucking flying whatevers. Just let me pick where I want to spawn and I will spawn there. Like I like that about this game. I don't have to worry about 3, 2, 1 and then waiting for the fucking thing to go over somewhere that I need to so I can jump off and then people see me jump. Like, no. This is kind of it removes all that trash and just goes, where do you want to spawn? By the way, you can't spawn here because someone already picked this spot. Cool. Now you have to like decide, do we spawn near them so we can challenge them immediately? Or, hey, look, this area is bare. Like, there's nobody here. So let me just start here and then work our way down the zone.
So you spawn instantly in places? Is that what you said?
Yeah, for the Battle Royale, for this mode, yeah. It's like it's duos and you basically pick drop points. It has like predetermined drop points and you pick. But it can get locked out if someone picks it before you, obviously.
It'll do a little cutscene like, oh, your little dropship lands, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's probably like a loading thing, if I had to guess. But, excuse me. I think that's the one that I think I had the most fun in because I'm like, oh shit, it's a small scale battle royale. It was just me and Brian against 8 other teams. I think we killed one team at first, and I'm like, oh, let's go. We got to move zone. I died, so then Brian had the option of either you can team up with another solo player whose like teammates died and continue on as a team until the very end, until there's at least 3 people. Then there's no more camaraderie. There's no more like whatever. It's like the Joker opening scene. Like everyone's together, and then once there's 3 left, everyone starts gunning each other down. But the person did not want. No one offered. Brian just started blasting. He started blasting. Brian ended up dead, and then we just had to requeue. But having that, I think that's probably my favorite one. The other one is I think it was 8v8, and it's like Battlefield, where they have like control points everywhere, and then you just capture the control point and start killing each other until you reach max points, which is a good way that if you want to like learn a character, you can just drop in and just try different things. It's a good way instead of like dropping in a battle royale and be like, oh, how do I do something? Dead. Oh, you got to requeue. Like there's respawns in that mode, and that one's pretty fun. It's that's like the most arcadey one. And then the last one's like 4v4, and it's first to 3 monster eggs. So a monster hive will spawn every like 3 minutes, and that hive attacks you as well. So it's like this is where the PvEVP, whatever the hell you want to call it, comes in, because then you'll have to destroy that while fighting other players. And then when you destroy it, you have to capture the egg it leaves behind. First person to capture 3, or first team, sorry, to capture 3 wins. So that one's also a bit like a strategic kind of thing where you can just go and, what is it, MOBA term, jungling or whatever, the MOBA term, where like you can go out and kill like the wildlife and get more XP. So when you do the team fights, you can destroy them at the hive, or destroy them before the hive, and then just destroy the hive, and then quickly grab the egg, or whatever the case is. I'm sure there's a bunch of strats for that. So I think like when you said Anthem, I'm like, no, I don't think this is gonna be that. There's no way. They have a decent foundation. If they make the combat feel more engaging for me, I guess, because they obviously have it all set up. Like, we're gonna sell battle passes, we're gonna sell skins, we can add characters. Like, I'm sure they have a roadmap. It's just the minute to minute, like running around or doing the attacks, it just doesn't feel right. But besides that, I don't know. That being said, once we finished, I installed it. So that's so
you gotta wait till there's like a couple of updates on the line.
Maybe, like, I might come back to it later on once more time and more content or more polish is done on it. But
I'll come back like November, December maybe, because September is definitely not gonna look at this game.
Yeah, that's also true. Okay, I think that the very similar, I guess, comparison. Is it better on Stadia? I wish it would. It won't be on Stadia, and here's why. Thank you for asking. This is a game published and developed by Amazon. Amazon's working on their own cloud platform.
Oh my god.
So,
please.
I highly doubt this is going to be on Stadia. It's going to be on theirs. I forgot what it's called. It's like Project something.
Prime?
It's not Project Prime, but that would be pretty cool if they just took Prime and put it on everything.
Brian, you
Twitch
need to like
Prime?
You need to buy up the domain name or something now. Just be like, Amazon, I got your next big idea.
Yeah,
Buy me out, please.
They do it for everything else. They did Twitch Prime.
Yeah. Once they bought Twitch, they were like, oh, so Twitch Prime. Eman in the chat says, I think that the genre of the game was put out before and it never really successfully settled. This like the action class stuff into MOBA, like as a shooter, Overwatch has it. Like,
Overwatch isn't even really that good though.
But they have it. They have like, they put too much money into it. Like, there's professional play. Like, they're Blizzard or Activision, whoever is making the tournament. Like, everyone wants to play an Overwatch League. They have a rank system built into the game. Hello, TF2, are you listening? They have it built into the game. They have patches regularly, balance patches, more characters. Like, are you listening, Valve? Valve, are you listening?
The closest I can say they got to it, and I mean, this game gets shit on just because it died, but Battleborn, gameplay-wise, the whole, like, action MOBA, felt good. It's just that the community was just so fucking stupid that I just got tired of playing with people that were just scissoring in the corner.
Battleborn was pretty cool,
though.
The
story. It had I mean, somewhat interesting characters. The gameplay itself felt pretty good, but it was too close to what I think even released close to Overwatch. So I mean, Blizzard dwarfed it, and rest in peace.
He says he doesn't. What sucks about Overwatch is the salt from the people. That doesn't bother me. Like there's any game I play, there's salt. I've seen salt in Modern Warfare. I've seen it in TF2. I've seen it in CS:GO. I've seen it in Dota. I've seen it in Overwatch. What else have I? What other shit that anything that has another online being, I've seen the salt. And messed up bad coming out next to Overwatch. That's what I'm like. Yeah. Overwatch is the king of that. The way Steam was the king of digital distribution until like everyone decided to make their own launchers. That's Overwatch has that down. The class-based shooters, they have it. Whether you like it or not, that's what's out there. If Overwatch went free to play, roll in the money because all those loot boxes will be sold instantaneously. And now Overwatch 2 is coming out. So like, hey guys, we want to make more money. Here's Overwatch 2.
I'm wondering if I know it's not like the same game, but I'm wondering if Valorant's gonna put a dent into anything.
I hope so, because more competition drives better products. So
yeah, you know, when you don't have any competition, it's very easy to be like, guys, I don't feel like releasing an update today. Good luck.
Yeah, and I hope Valorant takes off and like it has a new I hope it gives it a run for its money, because Overwatch has been chilling there. It's like whatever, dude.
Best example, Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Gameplay was fun. The rest of it, they just they'll buy it. We're Capcom. We don't give a fuck about our fighting games. And then ArcSys was like, hold on. Let's bring the weebs in. Boom. Dragon Ball Fighters. Play an actual Marvel game that looks fucking phenomenal. And everybody's like, they put time into this. Let's go over here.
And then they showered it with Gokus.
Because fucking Anthony. Always saying, hey, just put Goku in this game. They gave him enough to make 2 teams with just Gokus, and he doesn't play the game.
He's not in Smash Bros. He won't be. He's not a character that's made. He won't be.
Yeah, they already said in the anime, but I mean, for whatever reason, he could just be fucking with us, and that's the day I decided to install Smash.
Oh my god! All right. I don't know. Again, I hope Crucible takes off. I hope Valorant takes off. It's just once one game makes as much money as Overwatch does, everyone wants to do it, and they become saturated. Like Bleeding Edge was really fun to play. I had to uninstall it. I don't see myself loading it up. It was really. I would probably in terms of gameplay, Bleeding Edge felt better than this.
Yeah.
And that came out how long ago? How long did we review Bleeding Edge? Like a few weeks ago.
Like a month, maybe.
And that's on Game Pass. Like you can just load it and play it. So it's not free, but.
Oh shit.
Johan said, I hope they both die and UT rises from the ashes. The only way I see that happening is if Fortnite dies.
The only way I see that happening is if Cliffy B comes back and he's a playable character.
Or they let, like, I don't know what's the structure at Epic Games. Like, at Valve, literally people just walk around and do whatever the hell they want. If they want to go make an update for TF2, he comes out of the fucking grave that he's in and develops it. And then... Or if not, they just work on Dota 2. Like, it's very freeform. They work on whatever they want to work on. But if Epic has, like, oh, you're this team, then I don't know if Unreal's coming back. Because I know as soon as... What's up?
TF3.
For what? 3. So look, they put it in VR? So they can be like, hey, I'm Scout. I mean, I'm jumping in real life with the fucking Gears headset on. Oh, my God.
Say. Like, let me see. The whole joke is the... TF2's dead, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people still playing it though.
Well, it could be worse. It could be Skullgirls.
I mean, that's at Evo. Who's playing Astron's Call professionally? I rest my case.
He's got a point there. It is at Evo now.
Was I saying TF2? Let me see.
It has players, but it's just
current players 53,000.
But so, you gotta keep in mind it's because it's free.
Yeah. So
how free are we talking? Is it like Milestones free?
I wish it was that free. Nothing.
Are we talking Randall free?
Oh shit! He's been playing Tekken. My Miguel will probably only get like 9 wins in straight instead of 10. So like he could probably get a game off me now.
Might come up and stream already.
That's what you forgot to put on here, Randall. Hold on, I gotta take off this video real quick of Crucible. So that's Crucible. I wish it the best. But like combat is just doesn't feel right, you know. Okay, Randall, I need you to talk to these people about the fucking salt that was dripping from your nostrils, my guy.
Can't wait to hear this one.
No, Randall, don't even play it down. If Janina's in the fucking chat, I hope she's there to.
I said I didn't put that on the paper on the.
But
list.
I am now talking about it, so I need you to. He decided to play. Me and Janina were downstairs. She was playing Breath of the Wild because she recently got it, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I just play on, and I just brought my laptop and I just started playing Borderlands on Stadia, and then from there. I don't know if he had his door closed or not. I don't know if that was the case. But yo, whoever he was fighting online, he hated. I was waiting. There was one point where I'm like, he fucking cursed. There's no way. Like he was in the middle of a sentence and just stopped speaking. So I don't know if he cursed and then like our virgin ears of Randall cursing couldn't process it. That was Randall. Go ahead. You're smiling, but you weren't smiling.
Before he starts, was it someone playing with one of the bears?
He was playing with Negan. Go, Randall. Go ahead. Let him know. Don't even say nothing happened because Randall shit happened.
I didn't curse, but I was close to it. It's just the whole. It's just the whole thing where, like, with fighting games, there's always these special characters that get special privileges and things that they should
Lucas.
not.
Sorry. Had something in my throat.
I'm guessing he's one of those characters.
No, it's just he has a lot of like very strong moves is all. He's manageable. It's just like.
Well, Adam would disagree with you after my up A animation finished.
Yeah.
And while he was on Jigglypuff, hit me and still died.
If you don't know about Lucas's antics, yeah, he's gonna fucking piss you off. But once you've seen what he's talking about, you're like, okay, so if he's moving, I gotta wait till recovery. Then I'll attempt to get closer.
Sorry, continue.
Talk about Lucky Chloe, he says, Johan.
Oh, yeah. She's annoying, but she's not as bad as Negan and what's her name?
Zafina?
No.
Describe how she looks.
I think you pronounce it Lin Chayu. Lin Chayu.
Oh, the fucking girl that goes into the ground, basically. How fucking low she gets.
Yeah. So this I forget the fighting style, but she has this particular stance that she goes into where. So I don't know how many. I know Bryant knows, but I don't, and I know Anthony kinda knows. But basically, the way Tekken is designed is like there are 3 different ways you can hit somebody while standing: high, mediums, and lows. It's pretty simple.
And parry.
I said hit somebody.
Randall, everyone's hitting me, so I'm always parrying.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you do a mid attack, there's only one thing you can do: block or get hit. You cannot duck a mid attack.
Okay.
But apparently, this idiot.
Here we go.
I can taste the salt from here.
Let me change. Apparently, this character.
Diana says Randall got beat by a 12-year-old Asian girl and he was not having it. Thank you. She's in the chat. He was.
It was a dude. But anyway. That was the thing that was making me angry because she has like these moves that just make her like invisible. So I was getting really salty about that because it's kind of like that whole situation when Kelsey was like, I saw my fist in her mouth. Like there was a frame where my entire fist was in her mouth and she didn't get hit. Like how was that possible? I don't care. I understand that she has a special stance where she can get real low, and for whatever reason she can duck a mid attack where I'm doing a move that is so low that he's literally punching your knees and you can duck under that. Whatever. And then the whole situation with Negan was like, I had, up until this point, I had never played against Negan.
Okay.
Because he's a new character. Well, one of the newer characters, I should say. And it was my first time fighting against him, so I didn't know any of his moves. I didn't know, like, what he was plus on or his recovery and all that stuff like that. So I was learning the hard way, but I'm pretty good. Even if I fight a character that I've never fought before, I'm pretty good at reading the animation and figuring out that, okay, he's open, or that move just put me like -8 frames. Like I could tell, like I shouldn't attack after this because he's at advantage. So I'm sitting here and I'm and no disrespect to Sonic Fox, but after playing against Negan, I kind of lose respect for the fact that he uses Negan. Because this dude is so cheap, yo. Like, I'm literally for 5 minutes just sitting there blocking, waiting, like, when am I going to get a chance to attack? Because every move he ends with, he's at frame advantage. And he'll swing the bat, and the bat is like, I'm recovering for like 3 years before I could even, like, try to block again. So that was making me angry. So, like,
angry? No, you sound like having a fantastic time up there.
Nah, it was making me upset because on top of it, the dude that I was playing with, I'm not going to disregard that he didn't know how to use Negan. Obviously he did, but the way in which he used him wasn't like very skillful. It was like very cheap.
Okay.
And I guess he kind of figured out that I didn't know how to fight against Negan, so he kept doing the same moves over and over and over, and he was just like clearly spamming, which I hate. I understand that it's a form of fighting, but at the same time,
there's no honor in that.
Not to me. I hate that junk, man. Like, but whatever. So that's pretty much.
Brian says the one button champ.
Oh, well, fucking like Vegeta and Grand Blue, is that what you're talking about? It's his salt for right now. Let's just focus on his.
It's just, and then on top of it, Negan has this thing where, like, if he hits you with this, it's a two. Oh my god! I didn't even tell you about Fulcrum.
What?
Oh, fakes a god.
Oh,
he's probably easily the most OP character in Tekken.
I mean,
first of all, this dude is twice the size of everybody in the game. His reach is 50% of the screen.
What?
I mean, like, if he's on one side of the screen, all the way on one side of the screen, and you're all the way on the other side of the screen, he has one move he's in your face. One move, he's in your face. He's kissing you.
Because he lunges or
yes,
something?
All his move lunge him forward. So you got a guy who's twice the size of everybody else, which means that his limbs is 3 times everybody else's body. And then he has moves that lunge forward.
That sounds like my character. That sounds
and he's fast. And he's strong.
Eman's asking if he's a good kisser.
He'll never be Sagat.
Man,
this dude sounds worse than GT Goku.
Don't ever fucking say that in front of me again, personally. But it's his salt right now.
So
eventually, I started beating the guy who
played as Negan.
That played as Negan, and I eventually started beating the dude that was playing with Chow Yu. It got to the point where I started bodying both of them, and then it's the same thing. That's another thing I was kind of salty about too. It was just a whole bunch of salt being tossed around because it was like, first of all, I'm playing with these characters that are just like unfair advantage on certain properties, and then on top of it, I hate when like a dude is winning and you know, whatever, blah 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 blah, and then when you start bodying him, then he want to quit or he want to leave. But the whole time you was winning, you was hitting replay.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I start digging in your junk, connection disconnected. Like, really? Like, come on, man.
He's not winning anymore. That's not fun, Randall.
So I hate when that happens. Like, I'm like, that bothered me.
Eman said, did you stream it?
Nah, I didn't stream it. What else? I think that's pretty much it. The whole Falkaram thing was like, I ain't going to front. I just got bodied by him because I had never fought him before, and the dude is just ridiculous, man. I mean, like, his moves are so fast. Unless you know his move list, you don't know where to block. You don't know, like, he has an unblockable kick. And I swear that junk is like 8 frames. It's literally, it has to be like anywhere between 8 and 10 frames. So it's like, if you don't see that junk coming, oh well. Like, and I think it's unblockable because it causes
Is it like Brian? Who is he? The get the hell out of there from the Street Fighter.
Oh, Abigail.
Is it like Abigail?
No, it's Brian on the sideline, get ready to say that line to you, and he says get, and then his foot is in your mouth. He doesn't get to say the rest of the sentence.
He's not in my mouth.
No, I'm talking about you're on the sideline, get ready to say get the, and all you get to say is get, and then the dude's foot is already in your mouth.
That's crazy. Since he lunges forward, you can't sidestep those attacks?
No, because it seems like all his moves are homing moves.
Even if they're lunging forward?
Yes.
That make no sense.
Because he's Muay Thai kickboxer, so a lot of his kicks are like, they're not straightforward, except for the jab kick.
Oh.
But most of his stuff is like around.
Okay.
So that you can't sidestep that jump.
Janelle says, "What's with the feet today? Randall's a freak." He didn't say no.
Anthony, I have a question for you about Randall's salt.
Go for it.
Which was saltier?
You.
That or the night he played Madden?
This was another, like, I told him right after, like, when he calmed down, I'm like, bro, you should have recorded or streamed this. This is content.
Right? I would have loved to have seen this. This would have been amazing.
That salt, people would be there to either cheer you on or egg you on. Like, your chat would be lit with people.
That shit was trash, man.
That's a funny idea. That's a funny idea. If ever, like, maybe for Extra Life or whatever, just have a group of people playing whatever game's gonna make them the saltiest and see who gets to, like, the point of no return first.
I don't want to do that because they're not going to have a good time then. The point is, like, yo, we got to stay 24 hours. Yeah, but if we do that early on and people are salty for the next 12 hours.
For charity.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a good, well, you know, Janelle says me. We could play it up. We could load up Halo 2 and Janelle will be salty in T-minus 3 minutes.
The thing is, I don't want anyone in this stream or podcast or whatever. I don't want anyone to think that I'm a sore loser because I actually enjoy losing to a certain degree because I learn when I lose, and I think, to me, I always look at it as it's me getting better because every time no matter how bad I've lost, I've always learned something from it, and it made me a better player. But what really gets under my skin is when somebody like gets over on some cheap garbage, man. Like clearly I'm hitting you. And my foot goes through your body.
You saw and
yes,
you heard.
Or like the person's move. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, Steve Fox has the fastest jab in the game, and I think his punch is like 8 frames.
Okay.
There's no way in the world every move this girl is doing is beating mine, even when she's I'm at frame advantage. So it's stuff like that that's just bothering me, but whatever. Oh my God! And then the last thing is the what is it called?
Tekken 7.
Depression.
Rage art.
Oh, the
I
super.
hate that junk, man.
The super?
Yes.
Oh, you hate it because of what I did to you.
You know how many times I was destroying people, and as a last desperation, they hit the button and did the super and won?
I do it all the time, man. That's how I
Because okay, so first of all, they're losing, which means that they get rage meter.
Yeah.
So their moves take twice as much damage.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, they I almost said a word. They are invisible when they do it.
Yeah.
Because it has super armor. So it goes through everything. Which, I mean, okay, supers have always been like that. But you mean to tell me it stops everything?
Yeah.
He has a pixel of health. He's doing the super, and I am punching him in his mouth. As soon as the little like black screen goes and then it disappears, like the whole build up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it disappears, and then the animation starts. As soon as it's over, that person should be dead, because when he triggered the super, my fist was already in his brain. So he should have died on impact. They should have like, no, we're not going to play the super animation. He's already dead. No, that didn't happen. He has like a pixel of health, does the super art. They was like, screw your punch. This never happened. And he kills me. He takes like almost a quarter of my health.
Yeah, that sounds about
That's
right.
the junk that like was... Because that was getting me salty, man. And with Negan, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because he's a guest character or whatever the case is. But this dude gets away with so much advantage, man. Like, his...
I wish someone could just take a picture of this as you're getting salted, because Brian's looking into the camera like, I understand. He's someone who understands me. Brian has this sad... Brian's reliving Nam right now as you're talking.
It's trash, man. It's just pure trash. And you know the bad part about it is the person on the other side of the screen probably think that they good.
Yeah, Brian, it's okay to cry, Brian.
Where's my wrench?
I'll wait for the amen.
Yeah.
Preach it.
I was gonna fire my wrench shots into the air.
Janelle said that you put your foot in his mouth, though. You put your hand in his brain, but that you put his foot in the mouth. No, you're playing as... Hey, you can kick. You're playing as, what's the name, right? The
Kazuya.
Kazuya. I was gonna say Yakuza. I'm like, no, that's not it. Oof. There's our Tekken minute. I almost forgot about that too. I think it's because you guys talked about the fighting games, yeah. Because you guys talked about fighting games, and I'm like, oh wait, no, Randall went through it this weekend.
I usually don't get angry like that, but I don't know.
I know, Randall. That's why we needed you to talk about it, because it doesn't happen. I told you, next time you're gonna play Tekken, use this computer, record it.
I don't know, man. I don't really like people seeing me like that. I feel I like to be in control of my emotions, and I very rarely lose control of my emotions, and I don't want to be on screen when that happens.
Well, maybe if you do it while you're streaming, you'll be like, oh no, there's people watching. I gotta help you control it. Or you just erupt and then I laugh.
I almost broke that stick, man. I'm not even lying to you. I swear. I almost broke it. I looked at the wall a couple of times. I was like, I'm about to throw this stick through this wall. But then, you know what? As cheesy as it may sound, I literally was like, you know what? I can't do that because Brian Anthony got me this as a gift. So I'm not going to. If I had bought it, I probably would have threw that junk.
Do you have an arcade stick or a hitbox?
A hitbox? No. I was going to get a hitbox. I just haven't made the move to get one yet.
Oh my god.
How triggered are you right now, Randall?
Reliving it? You can tell.
I'm all right. I mean,
I
He says with the fury of 1,000 suns behind his eyes.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I might buy a gun after this, but I'm good.
Janelle says in the chat, pass the ball, baby. Like, he didn't say anything funny like that. Like, it was just mostly just like anger salt. Like, he didn't say any like funny shit.
I don't know what's worse, if it's playing somebody who does cheap things with cheap moves and thinks that they're good, but they really aren't that good, or playing against AI and the AI is just like, screw it, I'm just gonna screw you over in your face, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So, oh well.
You get the lube.
Yeah, like I don't know what's, and with Madden, that's what the case was. It's just like I'm not playing another human being. It's just the AI screwing me over. There's no way in the world you are a professional. I understand this is a video game.
We're in Madden.
I am not crazy. I understand this is a video game. But there is no way in the world you could be wide open. Nobody is within a circumference of you within 20 yards. There's no way in the world. You are a professional player with high ratings. There's no way in the world. If I throw you the ball and you're wide open, you drop that junk. There's no reason whatsoever. None whatsoever. But
We just have an off day, Randall.
I feel like the AI has some sort of algorithm like, nah, this dude is up or he's too close to winning, so he's gonna drop the ball. Even though no one in their right mind could fabricate a reason why this person should drop the ball.
Bad day. Maybe he saw something crazy before the game. Like he saw a dead dog or something. That fucks with you.
But then the AI will get the ball the next down and throw a bomb over 10 people and come down and catch it one-handed in the end zone touchdown.
While flipping backwards and the ball's behind him.
Yeah, with blindfolds on. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He was like, I can feel it. It's right here. Touchdown.
I would absolutely love, I would make it my ringtone if Randall said, catch the ball, baby, on stream, and I got to clip it. That would be my new ringtone. Text message something. You know, that is better than, oh my God, no way.
Oh my! I'm telling you, Randall, you got that stuff. You got to stream. The salt people love it. Twitch chat feeds off of it. Oh God! All right, let's lighten the mood up for you, Randall. You've been binging a show called Solar Opposites on Hulu. Tell us about it.
I don't want to give too much away. All I'm going to say is this: is that that junk is.
Hold on, man. Like, I don't even have the video up. Like, fuck. Like, shit. I'm
Anthony,
kidding. Go ahead.
You gotta be more on the ball, man. I can't snap right now because my forearms are so sore from deadlifts.
Gotcha. You start bleeding as soon as you snap. Go for it, man. Solar Opposites.
So, first of all, I'm just going to lay some groundwork. You know how much I love Rick and Morty.
I do.
Like,
You have a shirt.
I love Rick and Morty. Like, I think it's hilarious. Even though I understand some people are like Kelsey's starting to feel it's getting a little repetitive. I get that, but I really love Rick and Morty. Like, I watch it all the time. With that being said, I think Solar Opposites is like way funnier.
It's way funnier?
Way funnier.
Morty?
Way funnier than Rick and Morty. So I watched the entire season in like one day.
Well, I mean, it's only 20-minute episodes, right?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I know there are 8 episodes though.
Oh, yeah. People can sit through that. That's a quick digest.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I don't mean like in terms of like how long it took. I'm just meaning like it kept my attention. Like I was so
like
engulfed.
You wanted to watch the next
one.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Like first of all, is way more crass. I'm just gonna let you know right off the bat.
You got Kelsey's attention.
Like there is. From what I can remember, there is no limitation on what they will say or talk about or show you.
Okay. So you didn't tell
So
me.
it's like a live action version of me.
No, it's not live action. It's the same
animated.
art style as Rick and Morty. It was created by the same guy who did Rick and Morty. So the art style is exactly the same. It's just that it's different characters.
All right.
It's about so I guess I could tell you what it's about. It's basically about these two well actually there are 4 aliens that were from a planet.
Oh, sorry, I just saw the picture because I was like, I thought I recognized what this was, and then I saw the picture. I was like, yes, I keep meaning to watch this.
Yeah, so they basically what happened to them was what?
It's his it's just so funny to me. I don't know.
Their planet was destroyed. So it's weird how they tell it, because they show in the introduction, they show you what happened, but it's kind of weird because it's like if a meteorite comes towards Earth right now and it's going to destroy Earth, or at least we don't know, but we're assuming based on trajectory and the scientists doing all sorts of calculations, the impact and all that stuff like that, what type of devastation it's going to leave behind. Like,
Okay.
I doubt very seriously if we're set up for like most of humanity to leave this planet. Like probably most of us is going to die, if not all.
Yeah.
Because there's like I don't think there are any contingencies for leaving a planet in case of destruction.
Elon's house.
Huh?
Elon's house has a rocket underneath of it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He sent his goddamn car into the goddamn space. I'm sure his house has rockets too.
But the way they explain it is basically like a meteorite hits their planet, but as the meteorite hits they were completely surprised. They didn't know this was happening. As the meteorite hits their planet and it's like destroying it, like you can see the tidal wave or whatever you want to call it, like the impact wave.
Okay.
There's somehow while this was happening, they were able to get into ships and leave the planet. Like organized who was going with who and how many ships and leave. So basically, like that's what happened. Their planet got destroyed by a meteorite, and then they leave. I guess different people different aliens went to different planets.
Okay.
They happened to crash land on Earth. The main character, he hates Earth. His friend
loves it. Got it.
And then the other two, which are like the kids, they're replicas, which they don't really go into detail exactly what they are, but basically they're kind of not like children, but they are like children. But somehow when they're born, they can decide whether or not they want to be a man or a woman.
Okay.
That's okay. That's different.
Yeah. But that's basically it. It's just him dealing with
living on Earth
and hating humans and trying to the entire time he's trying to figure out how to repair his ship so they can leave. Meanwhile, the other three are enjoying Earth and they want to stay and they're trying to fit in and they want to be liked by humans and all that stuff like that. But the stories are like ridiculous, man. Like I was telling you earlier, like in Rick and Morty, how they have that episode where there's like a whole civilization inside the battery.
Uh-huh.
And then so like the kid, the male kid, he has like all he does is good. Like if he has a bad what's the word I'm looking for? A bad interaction with a human being. Like I don't know. I think he said one time he was in Starbucks and he said no sugar, and the person gave him sugar anyway. So he shot him with a shrink gun and shrunk him. And what he does is he takes these people that he shrinks and he puts them in a wall. Like he has like this huge wall that look like plastic hamster cages, but they're like all together, and it's like it's the entire wall from top to bottom. And he just every person that he comes in contact with that he has a problem with, he shrinks them and puts them inside the wall. And it's so many human beings that have been shrunk over time that it's become like a huge civilization. But it's like severe. Like when new humans get shrunk and put in there, as soon as they come out, it's like a group of like post-apocalyptic Mad Max dudes like robbing them, like empty your pockets, and like before someone can even react, like if they don't react fast enough, they're like getting impaled in the eyeball with a toothpick.
What the fuck?
Because they're so small, they use like regular like office tools as weapons, but they're like savages, man. Like one dude, when the girl showed up. And these guys came to like rob. He punched the girl in the face. A dude. It was like complete savage. Like it was. And I told you about the cocaine thing.
Yeah.
Like so that just gives you an example of how ruthless it is, man. It's really, really, really funny. Like it had my stomach hurting.
So it sounds like a
highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Like immediate watch.
Gotcha.
Right, getting a Hulu account now so I could.
If you have Spotify, you should have Hulu as well.
I do. I actually do have Spotify Hulu account. I think my brother says he pays for the ad free. So.
Gotcha. I think you can just bum off of him then and just grab that. 'Cause I think they put them together now. I don't know.
I wish I could just like the clip I showed you earlier. I wish I deleted it already, but anyway, I wish I could like show them so they could just see like how savage the show is, man. You know what I'm talking about, right? The first clip.
Yeah, you sent me they're gonna fuck me, are you?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, the old guys we can watch. It's 20 minutes, I'm assuming, per episode, 8 episodes.
I can't remember how long the episodes are, but they probably are that long.
Gotcha. All right.
It's really funny, man. Really, really funny. There's so much, and then there's this one episode where it got real serious and dark, and it was like most of the time it's about them. Like I think his name is Servo. It's about him and his family, but then they'll have like an episode or two where the entire episode is about the people in the wall, the human beings that were shrunk in the wall or whatever. And it's an episode where it gets real serious. Well, like some people are dying, and it's not like a kitty like, oh, they're so cute. Like it's like morbid, bro.
That's
like
good.
They do good character development where it's like you could tell these characters really care for each other and that they've been through a lot, and then like they die in the most gruesome way, or they'll like sacrifice themselves so the other person can live, and it's like, jeez, man.
So this is like Attack on Titan.
Don't spoil.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say, but yeah.
Because Attack on Titan, you get like real close to a lot of characters to see how they interact. Yeah. But it's like, nope.
But you kind of know. I mean, their situation is different because they're in a hostile situation. This is, I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same.
I mean, it sounds like they're sort of in a hostile situation.
Yeah, you said when they walk in, they're getting robbed by witness me.
Because it's like levels. You know what I'm saying? So like each section is a level. Like just imagine like a shoebox is like is the size of one quadrant or whatever, and just so imagine a bunch of shoeboxes made of plastic.
So you have like quadrant 5, quadrant 7. Yeah. You have like the hood down
and
here.
They go all the way across, but they're like linked together. Mm-hmm. So they go across, and then obviously they go vertically. And of course, the top dog is at the top, who's running the show.
Right.
And because he's the top dog, everyone who's at the bottom, they're the ones who's working really hard so that the people at the top can prosper.
Right.
So of course you get this situation.
Yeah, it's like a societal thing. That's what it's looks
so
like.
You get this situation where it's like the people at the bottom's like, we had enough of this. You guys are living lavishly, and we out here struggling and working ourselves to the bone. So there's like a revolution, and it's, man, people be getting bodied, man. Yo, people be taking shotguns to the face, and yo.
Serious question. How many Jan Michael Vincents per quadrant?
I have no idea.
What the fuck does that mean?
Why even watch the show? Like, do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Are you talking to me? Because I absolutely have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
From the Rick and Morty's episode where Jerry goes into the hospital because he opened the pint of Cherry Garcia that had some sort of virus in it. And they're doing the second version of Intergalactic Cable.
Okay.
And then there's a show that's called Jan Michael Vincent, and there's 8 Jan Michael Vincents, and there's like 16 quadrants or something, but there's only 8 Jan Michael Vincents, and
sorry, dude.
I know the international Intergalactic Cable show that you're talking about, but I just don't remember the episode.
The things from those, like Eman got it. Eman in the chat said it's from Rick and Morty. The things about me and Rick and Morty, what I remember is the most outlandish shit. Like the ones when they go into a fucking time where the chairs are ordering pizzas, human pizzas or some shit. Like that stuff sticks with me. So I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I kind of remember like the what was it called, the dingle hopper or whatever, when they was talking about how you make the dingle hopper. You put it into the spleen and then
Plumpus
rumpus or whatever. Plumpus.
That's the same episode that the Jan Michael Vincent's from.
But we're telling you what we remember.
Yeah.
What sticks with us.
How do you remember the Plumbus but not Jan Michael Vincent?
Yo, because like the thing, the something spits on it, and then you stick it into the spleen, and like, what the heck are you even making, man?
You rub it down with Fleeb, and then the Fleeb gets poked out and reprocessed.
How it's made, Plumbus edition. Yeah, like that's and like when there's one channel they go to, and it's a guy with like wasps in his eyes or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
like that's the stuff that sticks with me. Like what is going on?
The only one I remember is the one, stay out of my personal space. 2.
Come on down for real fake doors.
It was ants. That's what it was. Yeah, like the shit that's like, what the fuck am I watching? That's what sticks with my head.
That guy had it couldn't feel, couldn't see, and he had ants in his eyes, and gets lit on fire.
Yeah, like that's the stuff that. So you're telling me about the Michael Vincent guy? That's not gonna. I'm not gonna remember that.
Morty gets Jan Michael Vincent fever or something
like that. That's that or ants in your eyes and being set on fire. You see the difference? Or fucking, it was chairs sitting on people ordering pizza phones or some shit. Like it was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
It was phones sitting on pizza.
It was some weird shit where everything was just fucking. That sticks with me because I'm like, what is happening?
So
yeah, it was phones sitting on people ordering a pizza.
Yeah, it's like.
So would you say that was like, out of the episodes that you can remember, is that like the one that shocked you? I'm not talking about the funniest. Is that the one that shocked you the most? Do you know what episode that?
I don't know about shock. Like, it depends because there's different shocks. Like there's horror shock, and then there's like what the fuck, like shock. Like there's different types of shocks. The one for Rick and Morty, the one that shocked me the most, I have no idea.
The one that I can think of off the top of my head that shocked me the most, because I can't believe they took it there, was the one with Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean. Oh yeah.
Oh,
when he gets his chance to run the show, when Morty gets his chance to run the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one. It doesn't shock me, but it's just one that also is. I retained it, and I'm like, that must be. It was just the most. It felt agonizing watching it, and it's when they go to save Rick. Someone's getting saved, and Rick gets to this thing. It's filled with Mortys surrounding it, and they're all getting knives poked into them, and it's just bleeding out. And you can hear different Mortys just screaming as they fly by, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
like
that's the episode with the people in the chairs.
Okay,
they're running because they get taken to the Council of Ricks, and he gets Rick C317 gets accused of killing all these other Ricks and kidnapping the Mortys. And they put in his portal gun, and he's like, screw this, and he grabs his portal gun and he leaves. And then they're at the restaurant when he finds out that he's been hacked, and then they go and find him.
We got it. So that's what
where
it is.
Evil Morty gets introduced.
Yeah. Okay.
What would he teleported the ship in the middle of the galactic
Yeah.
That joke was so funny, man. Then he was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but he obviously said something else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah.
Jeez, Rick. All right. Now that we're talking about Rick and Morty on the Solar Opposites section here. Go watch Solar Opposites. Oh shit.
It's really funny, man. Really, it's really, really, really funny. I'm not gassing you, man. That junk is. And I don't know, maybe for me, there's some parts that's like really shocking to me that may not be shocking to you guys, but there was a lot of parts in there for me. Like, I was like, what?
You were like, what?
I feel like they can push the boundaries some because they're aliens. And they just don't know any better, so they kind of do whatever they want, which
it's the humans.
Oh, it's the humans.
Yeah, I mean, like they do crash stuff too because of like what you said, like they just don't know, or they're learning about like how humans act and why they do what they do, and the stuff that we use. But it's like the teacher and the principal.
Oh, what you told me? Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the humans. They're savages, man. Like
The humans or the aliens?
The humans.
Humans. I mean, they both
Gotcha.
are because, yeah, they both are.
Alright.
But it's the humans. Like they do some really like, wow, I can't believe they did that or said that or whatever the case was.
All right, Kelsey.
What's
We're
up?
gonna backtrack a bit here. You saw a movie that wasn't
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I finished the original Batman series, and there's several movies that are part of it. Batman and Harley Quinn was one of them. And this is not like, I mean, it is that it isn't. It's not like any other Batman movie. It is very crass. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I was,
We've
have
all
you seen
it.
this one?
We've all seen it.
So like, it is way more adult than all the other ones. You know, like
Yeah.
all the other ones are pretty kid friendly. This one is, there's a lot of adult stuff.
Right off
You
the
know?
bat, Harley Quinn and what's his name do a lot of
And,
adult
Nightwing?
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they're in their car and she's like, I need you to pull over. I have to use the bathroom. No. Okay. The movie itself was cool. The movie itself was really good. I didn't really care for like the ending because I thought it was really cheesy.
This is when they're at the park and it's her, Poison Ivy, and I think it's that green monster thing.
Yeah,
But it's not Swamp Thing. It's someone else, right?
right. I forget his name. But yeah, so like, you know, Harley goes nuclear. It just takes off all of her makeup and gives the puppy dog eyes and starts crying to Poison Ivy, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't do it." Then, you know, changes her ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, Swamp Thing comes out and it's like, "Bro, this is not the way to do it. But I'm not going to interfere, so you do whatever you want. I'll see you later."
Yeah.
And then it's just like, why show up? What are you here for? Why are you here? You know?
Make sure to watch my new show on DC Universe app. I'll see you guys later.
And then, you know, when she's like, you know, he is made of leaves. And then you just see him running around on fire.
Yeah.
Like, how did Bruce not just immediately go, we need a flamethrower?
Like he played not that smart in this. Like it was like him. He was like so nonchalant with almost everything. And I think I saw
Like
him smile
Harley
a
Quinn
couple
was the most
times.
intelligent character in the show. Like it was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch. You know, if you have like what is it, like an hour and a half, maybe
Yeah.
not even that long.
Yeah. These are usually short. The animated ones. Janiana says, "Is this
Yeah,
the
it's
one
an hour
where
and 14
Batman?
minutes.
Is this the one where Batman drinks milk?" Brian says, "Yeah, never mind."
Yeah, it's the one where he drinks milk, and then they
Right.
get into the bar fight or something.
Yeah.
So it was enjoyable. Didn't really care for the ending, but the movie itself was pretty funny.
Yeah. When I saw it, I thought of it as just, hey, this is like a comedy spin-off.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to be like it didn't. I wasn't disappointed by it because I'm like, I didn't think this was gonna be like some crazy, like Mask of the Op. What is it? That old classic one?
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, like the Phantom of the Opera animated movie, or which one was it recently? Like the Dark Knight,
Gaslight.
the Gaslight Gotham. That's what it was. Gotham Gaslight, some shit like that.
Gaslight by Gotham, I think.
I think it was like that one was cool too because it was like them in like during the Jack the Ripper times, and they all had like different outfits and stuff, and it looked cool, like seeing their
gotcha.
that parallel universe or whatever the heck it is. But for the most part, it was whatever. Had some laughs, but I'm like,
I still didn't get the milk scene. Like, why? Why did he drink the milk?
I don't know. 13-2. So you finished it, is what you're saying?
Yes. So Shannon apparently likes the story to the Final Fantasy games, and so when she realized that I was playing, she asked me to play so that she could watch. So I set up
Like a splitter?
no, I set up my Plex server out in the living room and just streamed it to the TV.
Wait, what?
So, Steam has remote play,
Yeah.
and if you have like a Steam Link, or if you download an app for like Raspberry Pi or a Mac or whatever, or some TVs support it. I think you can download it onto like an Amazon Fire TV. You can stream. You turn on the computer that has the game installed, and you can stream it. It plays on um, the computer that you're on, but it
Yeah.
sends the signal. It's kind of like playing with Stadia, where you
So what you said
load
was
it up somewhere
Plex
else.
server.
Yeah.
When are
So my
you
Plex
using?
server is just a Windows box. It's just and I
Got
installed
it.
Steam.
I'm
and then I
on the
hooked
same
up-
page now. Got it. You hooked up that server to a different TV and just ran Steam Link
Yeah.
through there. Got
So
it.
it does.
I'm
It doesn't
like,
my Plex server doesn't normally have a screen attached to it. It literally is just
There's a
there's
headless
two
server.
cables. There's a
Yeah.
power cable and there's an Ethernet cable.
Yep.
And I just AnyDesk into it whenever I need to make updates or whatever. And I tried playing it on my laptop, my Mac laptop, over the wireless, and that was absolute garbage. It was like
you should have done
lagging and
wireless,
all
yeah.
sorts of stuff. And so I was like, okay, let's see if it works better over hardwire, because everybody online was like, do not stream this over wireless. You will hate your life.
Because
So I was like,
the
okay.
Steam Remote Play is not as good as Parsec. Like it's the encoder they use and whatever they use to send the packets is not good over wireless. Like you can use Parsec over wireless and kind of be fine.
Yeah, I mean, there was controller lag where I would move down once, then all of a sudden it's down six levels in the
in the menu.
UI and whatever. And I was like, okay, we're done with this. And so I hooked up the Plex server and actually connected the TV to it, and just hardwired it, and then streamed it, and it worked a lot better.
Yeah.
But finished the main story, and there's apparently like 8 or 9 different endings. And I haven't done any of those. I haven't done the the endings yet. I spent the last couple of days just grinding off screen to get. There's this like godlike commando character that you can get. It's so to give you some perspective, my main commando, who's like the physical guy, has like 750 physical damage, right?
Okay.
Or strength, I guess. This thing's name is Chichu, Chichu,
Okay.
and it has over 1,500 strength.
Is that the thing you showed me?
Yes, the
Oh
most
my
deadly,
God.
terrifying thing in the world. It's literally a little seed, like a seedling, and I put a blue flower on it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Let
It looks like
let
a
me see if I
fish.
could. Let me see if I can get.
And it's like one of the strongest things in the game.
Yes.
Okay.
So I sent it to Randall. I'm sure he could show it to you.
Now he's on Instagram again.
Right.
No, I was
Alright.
going to Discord.
So that's it, right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks
The
funny.
most terrifyingly powerful thing in the game that you can get. But I spent probably 4 or 5 hours just grinding out the materials to get him leveled up, and then getting all the characters and things to infuse into him.
Okay.
And I'm almost completely leveled out, maxed out with all of my characters and him. But I did all that and I only got him leveled up. I still need to get like at least 2 other characters leveled up. And my team is still complete garbage. Like they have some DLC stuff where you can go into the Coliseum and like do fights with special characters. And one of them is like Lightning. You can fight Lightning, who's the main character of the first one.
Of the first one.
Yeah, and then you can also fight Snow, who's another main character from the first one.
Mhm.
Insta-kill.
I wish, but it's all of them are basically just endurance battles. It's basically like
Who can
weaken
outlaw?
what you can, survive the hits, heal up, and just try and beat them down.
Oof, I don't like that. And you're there for like 30 minutes doing the same shit.
Yeah, I mean they all have like 9 million HP or
Oh
more.
no.
And but the thing is that you can capture them, you can tame them as like a monster, and use them as your
We're venturing to
Third?
some very weird territory right now.
right. So like the whole game revolves around you like killing monsters and basically taming them. You know, and they turn into this little crystal, and then you can use them on your team. Well, you can do the same thing with like lightning and I think snow and a couple of others. And lightning is actually the strongest, but by that point, it doesn't matter. You know.
So even with the stuff you grinded, you said your team is garbage. So the fish shit does nothing.
Say that again.
So the fish that you got that does the 1500 the strength that it's at.
Right.
It doesn't make a dent to the stuff you're fighting now?
No.
So does it scale with your gear?
No. He's just like he has his own level abilities and things, and then what you can do is you can gather other monsters and level them up to certain points and infuse them into the monster, and they'll gain certain traits. So he has like 35% increased strength, 30% increased HP, resists physical and magic by like 36%, and a bunch of other stuff. But with some of the Colosseum stuff, he just doesn't do anything.
Sorry, my chat just blew up with some crazy stuff. So, okay, well,
he's really good for like fighting, the normal bosses, like doing any of the normal content. If you can manage to grind out everything, he literally carry your team all the way through. But all of the like end game stuff, where it's like, oh, here's if you really want to challenge. It's just not very good. There's a whole bunch. There's literally guides on all the different characters that you're supposed to get and level up to do certain things, to help like really progress that kind of stuff. But I mean, you're spending, hours and days trying to grind out all the materials just to get them up to the perfect point, just so that you could, spend 20 minutes fighting this thing.
So then, so what you're saying, what it sounds like to me is that you wasted a bunch of time getting this, and now at this point you're just gonna unequip and grab something else.
I'm gonna use him to finish all the other story points.
Oh, okay. So you're not
probably not
yet.
do the extra content.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
There's DLC stuff that comes with the Steam version, where you fight in the Colosseum. There's a Saz. Saz like ends up in like Limbo, and Limbo in this game, there's like 2 or 3 different places that you can go. One is it's literally called the Void. There's like nothing there. You never see anybody. You just kind of exist and don't exist all at the same time.
Goals.
And then there's another one. There's another place called Serendipity, which is just is like a huge casino, right? Where you get to bet and play like, you can play cards, you can play the slot machines, you can race chocobos or bet on chocobos, and I think there's a couple of other things. And Saz somehow ends up here, and he's like fighting for his life so that he can go back and see his kid.
Oh, jeez, that's dark. And I'm assuming you join. Excuse me, and that's not extra story. That's regular story. You just join up with him and then you help him.
Oh no, that's DLC story.
That's extra stuff. Okay.
You don't actually like see Sarah or Noel in that. It's literally just him, trying to gamble
play
his
as
way out
him. Got it.
Yeah. You play as him and try and gamble your way out of wherever the hell you are.
Oh, okay.
So I finished the main story again. Still have absolutely no idea what it means or how it like all plays together, because there's just so much about like time being swapped and going back and forth, and lightning and becoming a god or goddess or whatever, and then fighting with the main antagonist, and then I don't know. It's really confusing. I'm gonna have to just find something that's like, this is what happened. This is how it works.
That's what I was gonna ask you, if you ever got your answers on what the hell was happening.
From what I can understand, the main character Caius, or the main antagonist Caius, his heart is either a gift from Metro, who is the goddess of like time and things, or he stole it and was imbued with a chaos heart. And at the end of the game, you kill him or he kills himself, And that heart, once the heart stops beating, the goddess dies and has to be reborn again. Which means that Lightning dies, because I'm pretty sure she becomes the goddess Etro, because Etro was dying.
Does it sound like Kingdom Hearts?
So
I heard that story was really complicated.
Convoluted.
Yeah.
Is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, like the 13.2, they were like, okay, so if we have a wall of sticky notes of different possibilities that we could do, we should pick one of them, okay? Water balloon. Everything that's wet, we're doing.
It's not, so they're doing like replacing of gods with older characters, but isn't there 13? There's no 13.3, never mind. There's just 13.2.
And then there's Lightning Returns.
Lightning, that's what it is. I'm like, there's a third one, but I don't think it's 13.3.
I don't know. I don't know that I ever finished that one. Like, I bought it and I started playing it, and I was just so confused by the second one. I started playing this one, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense either. And I think I ended up moving right as I was like getting into it. I just never bothered
to finish it off.
Yeah.
So is that next?
I don't know.
Or are you gonna try to wrap your head around this first?
I think I'm gonna try and wrap my head around this first. I'm probably just gonna look up something that explains what's going on, and then play the other one. I don't know that I'm gonna play that one on stream.
Okay.
Because Shannon wants to
watch it. Gotcha.
You know, I might actually be able to like stream it and just not have a cam, and then just answer, you know, like in the chat.
Yeah, you can do that too. Just go through the chat. Have like your tablet or something while you play.
Yeah. So
just have her go to the chat while you're playing.
That too. All right. All right. So let's catch up with one more thing there, Kelsey. Which is Remnant.
Yes.
Have you did you get to the DLC, or are you still playing through the main story stuff?
I think the DLC was included in what I did. Like, I'm pretty sure I ran through the DLC as I was going through the main story.
Oh, okay.
Because I looked up what the actual DLC entailed, and one of the bosses that showed up was one of the ones that I fought. It was the Butcher that I shot in the ass.
Okay.
So I managed to get through my first playthrough of the game, and I re-rolled the story and started it on hard, and I'm starting to run through that again. And I'm just gonna keep like working my way up, I guess.
Until you get to like the hardest difficulty, so so you kind of get the
actually,
lay of the land. Yeah, that makes sense. And nothing carries over between characters, right?
No, between playthroughs you keep all your stuff. So like as you roll your character through, so like if you play the game and you just keep going till you either reach the end or you don't have anything else that you want to do, and then you roll the character again, choose a different difficulty if you want, and you keep all your stuff and you just go back through it again.
Oh, that's neat. So you don't have to worry about losing all your progress.
Right. It's sort of like New Game Plus, but the way that it works is that there are only so many. They have a handful of bosses per area. So like there's like Earth and the Labyrinth and like 3 or 4 other places, and each one has a handful of bosses you can face. You could get very unlucky, and for your first playthrough, roll it again and play through again and get the exact same bosses for each one.
Oh, okay.
But you could also get lucky and get like a whole new set of bosses and not have any overlaps. I got one new boss so far, and then I fought Shroud again, which is the one that I fought on the hardest difficulty that, took me friggin' forever. But I managed to down his ass.
And you can't manually manipulate it, like change the seed number or anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh man, that would be unlucky then if you just played through the same thing.
So I did get so on Earth I got a new one and had to face Shroud again. All in all, I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of things they could do to spice it up and make it a lot better. I also think it would be 1,000 times better if you actually had a squad to run through it with you.
Yeah, it's 3 to the party, right?
I think you can have 3 or 4 people in a party.
I think it's
pretty
4.
sure.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah. But they also have like a survival mode, which I'm pretty sure you just start and you just keep going until you can't go anymore, or you die.
Like
you
wave
know?
based or
I think it's wave based. Yeah.
okay.
You know, if all 4 of us joined up and Brian was the last man standing and he managed to kill the boss at the checkpoint, we'd all respawn,
Oh, okay.
and then we would get flying. But if he were to wipe, then that's it. We'd be dead and we'd have to start completely over.
Gotcha. Okay.
They also have like an adventure mode. So they have if like your story, if you're tired of your story like fighting the same thing over and over again, like if you just don't get lucky and you show up and the first boss is always Shroud, right? You can go into adventure mode and roll through Earth and come to the first boss. And if the first boss is Shroud, just go back to the thing, re-roll the adventure mode, and try it again. It's basically like an exploration mode.
And what happens if you die there?
That's it. It doesn't affect the story, but
Okay.
any fine you can keep.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta. I don't know when, but I definitely want to go back to it. I'd have to get it first.
I mean,
Or if
Steam
they
had
had
it on sale.
cross.
I bought it. You could get the game and the DLC for like $30. You know, I think right now it's on sale, but it's like 40 bucks. Let me find it.
Most likely. And there's a Steam sale coming up soon. The
Yeah.
summer one's coming up, so I'm sure it'll be discounted then too. I wish I had a crossplay because they have it for Xbox Game Pass, so that'd be great. But I don't think they're adding crossplay.
For
it's on the
for
Xbox
Remnant.
version or the PS or the PC one.
It's on the Xbox
I'm pretty sure you can play crossplay because they have their own in-game friend system, and you just add the person and then join up with them.
Then I'll double check. If that's the case, then I could have been playing with you. It's on Xbox side Game Pass.
All right. So yeah, I mean, if you
I'll check it. If it has crossplay, then we can get down and dirty. Well, you can carry me, is what I'm telling you.
So, there's apparently like there was a guy in my chat the other night. And he was talking to me, and he was asking all these questions because he'd never seen the game, and he looked up a thing about like what the best weapons are. Apparently, you can get an assault rifle and just literally like mow through things. I haven't seen it. I haven't gotten it. Even if I did get it, I don't know that I would necessarily use it because I'm really enjoying the sniper rifle.
Okay, it's actually worth it. Does a sniper rifle have penetration? Like, can you kill multiple things with it?
No, I wish.
And there's no like mod or anything that can add that.
Not that I'm aware of.
That'd be cool. You can just line them up and just shoot through a bunch of dudes
Yeah,
with a sniper rifle.
So, yeah. Again, I'm really enjoying it. Randall said he's gonna get it. He's gonna play with me.
Nice, that's good, Randall. Let's go.
There is full controller support, at least on Steam.
No, yeah, we played it. Like we played controller support. That I'm okay. They even have the UI that works with the controller. They're doing great work over there at Gunfire Games, dude.
Yeah, my only gripe is that I don't know. I kind of wish it was more like I guess more like Borderlands. You know, where you killed shit and just weapons drop. And you could just find like specific weapons because you get boss style weapons. Where you get like when you kill a boss, you get like an artifact, and you can go turn that artifact in, and it'll either give you a weapon or a weapon mod. And it would be really cool if you could like just get random weapons and then have boss weapons as well.
Is there loot? Like, is there like like you mentioned Borderlands? So you can you get any like boss specific loot?
When you kill a boss, you get boss loot. Like you get a boss item.
Right, but
you only get one.
Okay.
So you only ever get it once, like once, period.
Oh, so you can't grind it out and get okay.
Yeah, so if you kill the boss, you get the item, period. There are only a few things so far that I know of that are littered around the world. There's a set of armor in the very beginning. You can also get a hunting pistol at the very beginning, which is like a single round pistol that's really powerful. And the sniper rifle is right after the second boss, which is the Root Mother. Everything else, like you find rings, like rings that you put on your finger, littered throughout the world. Tomes of XP that just give you trait levels, and then I think there have been a couple of necklaces that you can find, but otherwise, I think everything I found is based off of a boss.
Gotcha. So it's like predetermined. So I guess that's what they were probably talking about when you mentioned the loot thing. They wanted it to be like Borderlands, where you can just grab anything anywhere, or like more variety of drops.
Yeah, like I think it would be cooler if you could get weapons with like different mods. Like even like maybe have like a base set of weapons that you could put mods on from killing bosses and whatever, and then having like other weapons that can drop with specific mods. It is more of a realistic game compared to what Borderlands is.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes it kind of makes sense as to why it is the way it is. But I definitely think it would be a lot more fun if I had people to play with.
The squad, it'll enhance it because it also scales, I'm assuming, with people, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like I have a buddy that I was playing with a few times. Bosmer has come in and played with me, and it's been hella fun. Both of us just like getting absolutely destroyed by certain bosses because it scales them up and down. One thing I will say, I absolutely hate bosses that have minions.
Like have what?
Minions.
Oh.
That constantly spawn. Like because 9 times out of 10, it's just a cheap way to go. Oh, it's harder. No, it's not. It's just a shit way because you can't figure out how to make the AI any good to actually fight the character.
All right, so here's a choice for you. You got to live with one for the rest of your life. Bosses with minions or bosses with invincibility? For transition.
Bosses with minions.
Thank you. That's the right answer.
That's the only thing I hate about bosses more are the ones that are like, oh, you're killing it. Why is it not taking any more damage?
I'm doing a transition.
That's
not how how damage works.
Like if you want to tone down his damage, like he puts up a shield or something, sure. At least that's explainable. But like having a creature that's just like flailing around and then all of a sudden it starts sprouting wings or other arms or something and its health is not going anywhere, that's bullshit.
Facts. Those are facts. Let's get the rocks in the chat. Those are facts. All right.
I don't have it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. All right, then let's move on to the main event here. Randall, me and you binge watched a show recently over the weekend.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I completely hit the wrong fucking thing, didn't I? Yep, sure did.
It's porn starts live.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Imagine. Try it again. Bam. Watchmen. I've been wanting to watch this.
Pun intended.
Yeah. They came out on HBO last year, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this weekly. Didn't happen. Whole show came out. I'm like, oh, now I can binge it. I'm like, oh shit. Still, they kept procrastinating. Even said it was okay. We have different takes then.
Interesting.
What I was gonna say. So yeah, then recently this week, I'm like, oh, let me go watch the pilot episode. I think Janelle was at work, and I was just sitting here doing nothing over. I think it was Saturday, right? It must have been I think it was the day Randall started salting up in Tekken. Before I went to go pick up Janelle from work, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm see if I'll watch the pilot, see what I think.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
And I'm like, oh, I saw the first episode, and I'm like, very strong pilot. There's a lot of undertones here. There's a lot of what the comics did back in the day, where they would make superheroes or they'd make vigilantes. This kind of us versus them, also racial thing / like a war between, like a civil war kind of thing. And then it starts leaning heavy on that. So now it's okay. Let me back up. This takes place obviously 20, 30 years after the movie. I don't know if you guys seen Watchmen, the movie.
Yeah,
I have not.
Okay, well, you should watch it, Brian. It's pretty cool.
I really like the movie. I wish they had like broken it up because I feel like there was way too much shoved into one.
You saying
And
you
that's
wanted them to
where.
break it down?
No, Brian, please don't.
Oh,
And that's where this, I think, excels. It's because it's a TV show. They give you the time. They give the characters the time it needs for it to flesh out. Like you go through like 3 generations for this buildup of the last what happens. I'm not gonna spoil it, obviously, to the end of this. With like there's like episodes dedicated to an entire person, like backstory, and it's not like boring. Like it's a lot of. What does it say? The slave, like this has to do with like back in Tulsa, back when the 1912, there is slavery is a topic here. Then it goes into kind of like the war against police with the vigilantes and like people's certain views on like are vigilantes what's the difference between someone behind a mask that's robbing someone and others, and then the person who's beating the shit out of somebody else for wearing the mask? Like, you know, what's the difference between a vigilante and a cop? Those kind of topics are presented. Then there's I'm trying to think of what I can say without spoiling this season.
Spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it because
I want to see this.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to watch it.
I highly
Randall
recommend
and I
it.
were talking about it.
It's 9 episodes. I thought it was 12. So
He's gonna watch it right after Spider-Man.
No, first I'm gonna watch Solar Opposites. Then I'm gonna watch this.
yeah, all I know about like the Watchmen. I never read the graphic novels. I just saw the movie that came out, so I have a vague understanding of who everybody is. The Minutemen, Manhattan, the Silk Spectre, all of them. So I'm basing all like when I started watching this, there's callbacks, there's characters that are returning from that era that are here, obviously a lot older because it's years old. Like it's like the events happened so long ago, and people dealing with that aftermath. But for the story arc of what's happening for this season this is years after an event called the White Night happened, where the group here, the 7th Cavalry, which is all wearing Rorschach masks. If you know who Rorschach is from the movie, cool. If you don't, cool, go watch the movie. Where was I at? Anyway, the White Night. It's when the criminals before, like right now, you can find out, look out, go outside, find out a police officer's face. You can ID him. You can find out where he lives. Well, on Christmas Eve, I think it was Christmas Eve, they called it the White Night. They were storming each cop's house and shooting them down.
Jesus.
So, as a way to and after that event happened, I think it was like the chief of police said, no, we're not going to just start running and hiding. We're still opening up this precinct. Whoever wants to join me, like rising up the cops. But now they're all going to start wearing masks. So the cops are walking around with masks to protect the identity. Even those people who volunteered, they have to create a fake life to tell their families. So one of the main characters here, her name is Angela. She tells her family she owns a bakery. So when she goes to her bakery shift, she's actually doing cop things with her own mask and whatnot. So I mean, if you love world building and stuff like this, this has it. This dedicates the time to expand the world, to give each of the characters their own backstory. You'll definitely develop favorite characters, their favorite quirks. Like everyone has this not like a superhuman ability. They all have their specialties, and they do it so well it seems like an ability. That makes sense?
I guess.
Once you
start seeing these
you know how like Deadshot is really good with a gun?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have special abilities, but he's just really good with a gun. But he's so good with a gun that you like there's no
Hawkeye. Yeah, that's a good
there's no way a regular human being can be this accurate. It's kind of like that.
So you have different characters that are like that do their own thing. Anyway, so that's like the overarching arc, and then you start I guess the B ones is the history that led to what's happening with the main character, and the timeline, and everything has to do with time. There's a reason why the trailer's always tick tock, tick tock. Everything's about time. And what I liked about this a lot is they don't waste frames. Everything that they show.
Kill the animals.
No, Brian.
Oh.
They anything the cinematographer is like, yo, we need to show this. It's there for a reason. It's gonna be called back later, or it means something in the future. The same way, Brian, like you remember how you're like, oh, this is important in A Quiet Place.
Foreshadow.
The foreshadow, yeah. It's that. It always plays on that. Everything comes back. It's all about the top. It's all about the clock.
It's all about the circle of life.
It's a circle of life. Yeah, what Randall said. My only gripe with this, I think, and it's because they gave a lot of the characters their time to shine, their episodes for their backstory, that's all relevant to the actual, that feeds into the arc. One of the villains doesn't get that treatment, so it's like okay, you're like, we don't. Their motives aren't like, I can't like be like, okay, I understand the motive. It's very like, oh, and this happened, so now we're here because of it. So, Javi says, just give me more of the boys. I still haven't seen that yet, but yeah, I'd have to check that out.
It's entertaining.
But besides that, yeah, it's shot fantastically. I mean, you can tell HBO sunk in some cash into this. The ending is fantastic because it does something that hasn't been done since. Will it be a spoiler?
Well, if you say what it's like, then I'm like, oh.
Well, it's not a spoiler because you don't know.
But you said if it's like it hasn't been done since, and then you name something.
Yeah, but it's Inception.
That 'cause,
you have no idea.
Oh my god, he spins something.
Nope.
I don't know.
He spins something. They do a very clever thing at the end where I'm like,
It's one of those. Inception did it. I think the first X-Men movie did it.
Oh, with Magneto.
Oh, with Magneto, yeah.
That's
the third one.
The third
where they're
one.
playing chess and
you kind of see it move a bit and it cuts.
Yeah.
This is something
the third
like,
one's when they put the plastic guns, so he can't do anything. Then he gets shot, and boom, no more power.
So yeah, like the things that I personally loved, it like that's everything that was shown on screen was of importance in some way. That'll either call back later on in the season, or it's a good nod or callback to the movie, or maybe in the comics. Cause I haven't read the graphic novel, so maybe there's probably more references that I didn't catch because I didn't read the graphic novel. But for the stuff that were in the movie, it's in there. I don't know, man. It was I loved it. I was very curious when it came out. I'm like, do we need a series for this? And then I'm like, okay. Watched it and I liked it. The performances were fantastic. Jeremy Irons is in this. He does fantastic. He plays I guess no. They'll figure it out.
I have a question for you.
Go for it.
What does world building better, the Castlevania Netflix series or this?
Can someone play the Jeopardy song, please? I'm thinking.
Better
world building. It's hard to compare the two.
You're supposed to wait until the song ends and then lock in your vote.
Go ahead.
Just go.
Go ahead. Let me play it.
It's too late.
Oh my god, I know because I'm biased towards live action. That's my thing. Like I love animation stuff and.
Okay, question then.
Okay, no. Here's the
building. Okay.
I was going to ask you the same question again.
Those probably two different things.
Something live action.
Yeah. Okay, but I like this because. Okay. In all honesty, because it's getting this story or this world building is getting kind of close to the state that this fucking country's in. So this hits more at home than what Castlevania is. Castlevania has to do with demons and shit, and this has to do with actual like cops getting gunned down. There's things about racial profiling. It's like this is stuff that's like politically now, you know. So it's but a different take when there's people in masks doing vigilante things. There's people like Dr. Manhattan that exist in this universe. Like there's things like that you question the morality of. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a question like Dr. Manhattan has all this power. Why didn't he do more? In the state that this fucking world is in, like it's things like that. You start questioning what are heroes doing then?
In the movie, she said that he. Oh, I forgot. My bad. I forgot he didn't see it.
He took it out.
But you remember she was saying that he became disconnected from humans.
Humanity, yeah.
Like he started becoming less of a human, and he couldn't relate with humans because he was no longer a human. So he doesn't feel what humans feel anymore. So that whole fear, pain, all that stuff like that, it's nothing to him. Especially the way he deals with time. We think about the future and the past, and what about tomorrow? And he's like,
he already knows it.
Yeah,
that's why I liked it though, because it was like a running gag of see the way I perceive time. They're like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah,
because we understand it, and the way they use it to circumvent some time stuff. Like it's, I don't know, that's my thing, dude. Like the time travel stuff and shit like that. I loved it. Even says he liked Castlevania's more for lore. You can put your headphones back on, bro. Here we go.
So real quick, does that guy play a big part in
The heck was that?
Say again?
I accidentally stretched and slapped this and it started wobbling.
Does Mr. Blue play a big part in the series?
He's makes an appearance in the series, and that's all I can tell you.
All right. Because I was just wondering, you said it was after the movie.
Yes.
And,
it's like 20 or 30 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't say anything about the movie because I don't want to spoil it for Brian.
Is he shriveled because it's like 30 years later?
Oh, there's a lot of dick in this. So if you...
There's a lot of dick in the movie, too.
But just in case you're thinking, oh, HBO's going to cut down on the dick. No, there's dick. So...
I wouldn't know.
Randall, what do you mean you wouldn't know? You saw it.
Because I don't look past a certain reason.
He's a fucking liar. There's like one that's like full fucking frame.
There was never full screen, man.
Please tell me Jana's in the fucking chat right now.
You didn't see it? How would you know?
Yes, thank you. My baby right there. Yes, there was. And she winked.
Although
There was full screen. She's saying it was full screen.
Yes, there was a shot where it was just wherever you looked on screen, there was a part of a dick on.
All jokes aside, I must have literally looked away at that exact moment.
No,
I'm dead. No. I'm not. I'm not gassing you. I'm dead serious.
No, because he told me he looked over and you did this.
Okay. What was being
from
said?
what I understand, Randall likes to watch it on the big screen down.
Anyway,
there is big ones, and I can confirm. There's some mighty peckers in it.
Somebody was saying something. Was it you, Brian? Oh,
yeah,
I
cut
Kelsey?
him off. Sorry, I cut somebody off.
Somebody was saying something.
I was asking about Mr. Blue.
We can't. He does have a role in this story. So I
figured he would have. I figured he would have some sort of role because, like I said, I mean, I've seen the movie, and so I like.
And it
if
seems
it's
like
happening after. Yeah. He has to play some sort of role.
He does.
There's just no way around it. Period.
Eman says he's an alpaca. Eman did say he didn't like what they did in this regarding him, so it might be divisive because I thought it. I enjoyed it.
What does he mean?
We can't go any further at this point. At this point, this is like a private conversation because we're gonna spoil it. It's like heavy spoilers, Randall. I understand, Randall. If this was your show, yada, 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 spoilers. We get it. All right? We get it. E-Muse, he thinks it's a cop-out.
Wait.
For what happened. We can't go anymore. We can't just sit here and wait. They did a cop-out for him. Like, what happened. That's it. We got to keep...
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens on screen with all movies that is like, really, why would this happen? When you can clearly do this.
I mean, again, yeah.
Is that one of those things where it's like, you really wish that people would make intelligent decisions? Where
there is one thing like that, yes. The one specific thing. And I'm like, just watching, we can come back to
You remember in the movie when said thing was happening? How I'm going to say it, he's not going to know.
Okay.
I'm talking to Kelsey.
Yeah, I already know now.
When he was with his girl, Dr. Manhattan, you remember what he was doing?
Fucking her.
It's like that situation. Not just that, Bryant, but the other stuff he was doing while he was doing that.
Reading,
Anyway,
working out, taxes.
like where was I at? Performances. Jeremy Irons did great. I don't know her the actress's name. The one who played Angela. Awesome
Something
job.
Washington, right?
I think I don't want to just say a name because I don't remember.
Oh, do you know the dude do you know the characters that's in the TV show, Bryant?
No, he hasn't seen anything on Watchmen.
You haven't seen nothing?
No.
The TV show, I mean. So you don't know who's in it? The actors I'm talking about. Yeah.
I mean, from this trailer, I saw Jeremy Irons and I got excited.
He does really well in this.
Who the hell's Jeremy?
The
Irons?
dude from Black Mirror is in it too. The Fighting Vipers dude. Unfortunately, had to see him.
But he's a really good actor. I like
He
him.
does. He does really
Yeah,
well.
but ever since I saw that episode,
Regina King, she plays Angela Abar. She does a fantastic job in this. There's some clear favorites for Brian. I want to see who he picks.
really?
I think there's like 2 at most that I'm like, that's going to be Brian's main. Or
Write
he
it
likes
down
that
somewhere?
character. Huh?
Write it down somewhere, and then when I watch it,
Oh,
and then
you're right.
You can screenshot and see if you're right.
You're right. Yeah, that's what I think too.
Why are you gonna tell me, man? I don't want to know. Now the hipster side is like, I don't like them.
Oh, well, that's fine. If you don't agree, then that's fine.
I don't want to know things.
You do, just not those things.
Gotcha. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I recommend it, dude. Like, I went into it kind of skeptical, and I saw the pilot. I'm like, okay, this is gonna lean heavily into like the racial stuff and the slavery and stuff, and then it kind of, if that fed into what's happening in the modern day and here, because it takes place in 2019, the story.
Oh yeah.
So then it kind of
That stuff got under my skin a little bit.
like it starts getting to stuff that's happening now. So that's why I'm saying like the world building stuff is like, yeah, the Castlevania stuff is good. I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's trash compared to this. Really good, but this stuff hits home in a way where this is shit that's kind of happening now, and it might lead to shit like this. So, you know,
Are there any diner scenes?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
In the way you're saying, like mafia diner scenes, no, not really. Oh
Right.
my god, yes. Don't, like, we can't keep saying stuff because I wanted to just come up. Randall,
What you're
Brian,
saying
look
is
away
that
from the
Brian
chat.
and I have to binge this. So Brian and I
The
have homework.
briefcase.
Do you want to watch?
What the
Castle-
heck, man?
Actually, no. I don't know if I could do it this weekend
It's 9
that-
episodes. They're about an hour long.
because
So-
I think apparently Justin might be visiting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
When?
Who dat?
I think he's supposed to come Thursday or something. I don't remember.
Nice.
This Thursday?
Yeah.
Lil
Brian's
Brian is
gonna
gonna
be cool.
grow abs. What's happening? Did I miss something? I just went from Justin's visiting to growing abs.
I think to the briefcase.
Oh.
If he doesn't, do you want to just watch it? Like go into Discord, Kelsey, and just watch it.
Say this again. Sorry, I misunderstood.
If he doesn't visit, do you want to like watch it in Discord simultaneously?
Sure,
Okay.
but you have to watch the movie first to get some
Yeah.
points of reference.
To get some context, yeah. I didn't
I'm
read.
gonna
I don't know.
watch- Yeah.
I don't know how much. Again, Eman could probably attest to it, like if he's on here. But I don't know how much is taken from the novel. So I just know what's referenced from the movie. Cool. All right, though. That's all I got for. I think for the. That's all we got, right? Yeah. Watchmen. I highly recommend it. It was. I mean, I had low expectations because I was kind of skeptical about it, but then I was all in, man. I love it.
I mean,
I love
the
the
movie
characters,
was
the
really
character
good.
building. Yeah, like the character building here. They took the time instead of just like rushing. Like, oh, this guy's motive's this. Move on. Like it's you experience. You know why they do the things they do. They make the decisions they make. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You kind of live through it.
The thing they did to Adrian.
So we're moving on.
What?
They don't know who's in it.
Huh? I said Adrian. Adrian could be anybody.
Okay, go for it, Randall. Because you
It's
really
clearly
don't-
Tim.
Is that a character in the show?
Yeah.
So then why are you doing that? Just talk weight, Randall. Fuck.
What is it going to change if I say a name?
You said
it
what
ruins
they
things.
do to X person. You wouldn't react like that if they gave him a pretzel.
Now we know Tim's in the show. Just ruined.
You got to keep in mind, Randall, like this takes place 30 years after. They don't know what happens after that movie. So that you saying a certain name, then they're like, oh, so said person. We can't discuss why spoilers are spoilers, Randall.
Wow, you guys are sensitive. Okay.
Randall, I am the least sensitive person here combined, and you can add the next name. I'm
talking
too.
about when it comes to spoilers. Like, one name is not going to ruin it.
Randall, because film is art.
I avoid trailers. They can be scenes not in the movie. So you saying a specific character, you don't think I'm?
But I'm not talking about trailers. I'm talking about a name.
Here's what's gonna happen, Randall. They're gonna go watch it, and then you can bring up whoever you want to bring up next. That means everybody on this show has seen it.
Okay. I can prove to you that saying a name can ruin part of it.
And that's also true.
In the Star Trek movie, Wrath of Khan.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Finding out that it actually is Khan, because it doesn't really
Nope.
I mean, it could be a lot of different people, and then you find out who it is. But if somebody was like, "Oh man, Khan was awesome in that," and be like, "Well, now we know he's in there," kind of ruins it.
Those are facts, Randall.
The main antagonist.
You didn't know that was him.
The subtitle name, their name is in the subtitle of the movie.
So you saw the Star Trek with Benedict Cumberbatch, and you're like, "That's Khan." You did this, Randall.
No, when I saw that it said Wrath of Khan, I knew Khan must was in the movie.
It wasn't called Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, it wasn't called Wrath of Khan.
What was it called?
Trying to pull him up. Hang on.
Trailers have people living in them. Brian is afraid of that.
Into Darkness.
Into Darkness, that's what it was. Yeah. I'm about to say, Randall, if you were just telling me you walked in, you're like, "That's Khan," you're probably Dr. Manhattan then.
But that's a different scenario, though, because that movie is centered around him. So you wouldn't go in there saying something about a movie is centered around a particular character. It's not the same context as mentioning the person I just mentioned. Nowhere near the same.
It is, because Randall, we didn't confirm who that was until we're done. We're moving on, Randall. That show didn't start with opening credits saying this is this person on purpose.
But he doesn't know who that is.
He's going to watch the movie.
Okay.
Okay. Just okay.
I still don't understand how that changed. Just because he knows a name doesn't change. It's not going to change nothing.
It's the wow factor, Randall. When we found out, we're like, oh, you just took that away. That's what I'm saying.
Took what? I didn't say anything. All I said was
now we know that
Adrian.
Tim's in the show.
Bruh, no fan mail this week.
What'd you say?
Because now we know Tim's in the show.
Oh.
Tim's in everything. Tim is life. Tim is all in all this Tim.
Sorry, let me put this on and then this off. Lit. That's it. Guys, go watch Watchmen. That show's really it's really entertaining. You're not gonna get another pina colada apparently.
Why?
Because you were talking like you weren't just about to say something that happened after we told him to shut the fuck up.
I wasn't. Y'all don't even know what I was gonna say. I just said a person's name and y'all flipped out.
Randall, I don't flip. I'm not athletic.
It's not the person's name. You said a person's name. You see, can't believe what happened to person's name with the tone.
No, I was like, what they did.
You meant to give me a pina colada. She's there. She can make you one. It's good. Randall fucking flipped out. Notable releases this week. The big one, which is Minecraft Dungeons for me, because it's Diablo, and I love Diablo stuff. So,
what?
Yeah, there's a game called Minecraft Dungeons, and it's basically if you put Minecraft paint over Diablo. Obviously, it's dumbed down. It's not like as complex as Diablo is with all its systems and stuff, but it's Minecraft Diablo. It's called Minecraft Dungeons. If you have Game Pass, you already have it. 4-player.
I've never cared for Minecraft, so probably not something I'm gonna play.
Gotcha. That comes out this week or today. If you have Game Pass on PC or Xbox, it's out. I think it's $20 anywhere else, wherever they're else selling it. I think it's on Switch as well. And then Mortal Kombat 11. And then Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath is out this week. I think that's like a DLC story expansion or something.
Yeah. It's the story expansion. It's the 3 new characters, right? And then there's a free update, which comes with like the friendship endings. Some other shit I don't remember, but yeah.
Randall said he already pre-ordered it.
I don't like the friendships because there used to be interaction between the 2 characters, but now it's just the person that does it just does something wholesome. Like it doesn't interact with the other characters, so I don't like it.
Jan said I heard Switch. Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons is on Switch. I think it's $20. You getting this? You guys are the fighting game people here. So Brian,
not
Randall.
Always, no, yeah, like, you mean like all of them don't interact with the person you fight. If that's what you're talking about. But I'm not getting it. I'm probably just gonna watch somebody stream it.
Okay.
Or watch the story.
What about you, Randall?
I'm in the old ones, but some of them had them at least. This is like all of them or no.
I was gonna get it because of RoboCop, but I don't know.
Well, how about the story? Didn't you say you were interested in the story? You played through the story mode, right?
Yeah, but
not interested in it anymore on what they've done? I'll take that as a no. Look at him. He's smiling like he's trying to curse at us.
I don't like. Yeah, I kind of don't like the story anymore.
Okay.
I mean, the whole thing, like Liu Kang being like a god or whatever. Like, come on, man.
E-Man says you wouldn't even 1v1 him.
And what?
In Mortal Kombat.
Why do people talk so much junk, man?
Because they trying to show you, dude. I mean, I talk junk and then I 10-0'd you and
when
Miguel.
you push they junk and you don't hear nothing ever again.
Then you definitely didn't win off me because I'm still talking, Randall.
Because I didn't push the junk in.
Because I bodied you.
You what?
Well, maybe not in the game.
Whew. E-Man says because I miss you, Randall.
Oh. I miss you too, man.
Clip that. That's going to be on their honeymoon.
I don't bother.
What?
I don't bother calling Randall, telling him to first attend me because nothing happens, so I just moved on.
What's so funny?
Because there was like 2 games we were supposed to do for the December stream and Extra Life, I think it was. I think that's Grandma's.
Somebody wilding.
Grandma's lit right now talking to the people upstairs.
Talking to upstairs people?
Because they making noise?
Yeah. Because they wrestle up there professionally. They film WWE SmackDown from upstairs.
Jeez.
Pretty sure they got my roof pregnant.
Wow.
Do y'all know who lives above you?
They'd be dead. I'm kidding.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right.
I want to play Shiva though for MK11 because she's a grappler. I want to try her. But I'm
Any
not
word
gonna
on
install
crossplay?
it. No. I mean, they already have Xbox to PS4.
I want it from. You know why I'm asking, Brian?
Why?
Because it's on Stadia. That's the worst decision. Don't put fighting games on there, dude.
Nobody
Cheesy
likes
out.
Stadia.
No, I like Stadia for like PvE content.
No, nobody likes Stadia.
Oh,
Kelsey, when
like
you
that,
spend
yeah.
at least 5
Nobody
hours
likes
using
Stadia.
it, then I'll listen to you. How about that?
There's no reason to because nobody likes Stadia.
Ooh, that's coming from a console owner.
That's true. That's true.
Got him. Round them up, boys.
Once they had a crossplay, I'll probably grab it.
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat?
Because I haven't played the story yet.
I was gonna done. Okay, no, my parameters changed. It was if that was the first game to do full crossplay, I would have done it. Now, unless they add Ermac or Quan Cheadle as playable characters, no dice.
E-Man says, imagine playing a fighting game online with Stadia. It'd be less latency than playing on console.
And people hate it. Someone tried to play Samurai Showdown, and it was like the most depressing thing.
That sounds like those devs are trash because the game is running locally on the same server rack.
What about
So latency
locally?
is nothing there. The only thing I have to worry about is the video encoding. And believe me when I tell you, there is rarely any latency. But what am I saying this over and over and over again? Like it's not free to fucking sign up.
Is it free to sign up?
Yeah.
How free? Like milestone free?
I wish it was milestone free. Then Kelsey can actually fucking try it instead of just sitting there spewing horrendous shit to his brother that are just not facts at all.
I didn't have to say anything to Adam. Adam knows too. Stadia's garbage.
None of you have used it. You buffering?
What's the real reason why you haven't used it, Kelsey?
Besides keeping this gag going?
Huh?
It's not a gag. I don't have a reason
That's the
I have a
real reason.
computer that can run everything.
Not everything.
Everything.
Not everything.
Not the
Everything.
world. You
At
heard
once.
me?
All right, for movies this week, I try to look up to see what's coming out on digital because nothing's really coming out in theaters. The only thing I saw is The High Note with Dakota Johnson and I forgot the other lady. And it's about like someone's singing career and I don't know. It just looked like I saw it and I put it on there and I'm like, I don't know what it is about. Moving on. Music, we got Lady Gaga and Flying Lotus coming out with albums this week. So we got some pop in there, and then we got Flying Lotus. I think I've heard some of his singles and stuff, and he makes some pretty cool instrumentals. And he has some cool features coming in on it. So we'll see.
So are we officially out of quarantine?
No, I don't know. I don't know, Randall. We're just gun-hoing. We're America, right? We've been in the South for way too long. Yeehaw, guns out. We're going back.
Anthony. Did you look at what comes out June 5th?
No, that's
in the music.
No.
You didn't look at it?
Jesse, where?
That's because, I mean, it's not within a week.
Yeah, like why would I?
What does that have to do with you putting your eyes on it? I mean, you said it, so you did it. You
No,
pussy.
that's because she tweeted it out. So I knew
on
it
the
was.
site with your eyes.
Any other questions, Ryan?
For here to go. Aren't you
To go.
Harley?
Fucking Christ.
And the podcast already.
So
pussy.
what? So how come you guys return back to the office?
Because my boss said, hey, come back to the office. So I came back to the office.
Did your gym open back up?
Not yet. They said they'll send an email, but I'm sure 2 months from now, 2 months after they open, they're like, hey, man, I don't know if we've told you, but you're open.
You mean like they will
open.
have been open for 2 months and then
They'll send it. They didn't tell anyone they closed. I found out because I drove there and the fucking parking lot was empty. And then a piece of paper on the fucking glass said, oh, we closed, COVID. Email? You have my email. You can send me a message, my guy. All that's on my profile. You can't just, hey, hello, don't go there. Bye. Nah, we'll wait for you to drive here, see that there's nobody here, and then you can put one and one together. Great customer support.
What about your job, Kelsey? I know you work from home, but like, have they started like having people come to the building?
No, they're like, stay the fuck home. We don't want you here.
Wow, that's an aggressive ass company.
And I know, Brian, you said you've been going for a couple of days of the week.
Last week was my first full week.
Oh, you went every day last week?
Yeah. I didn't think his eyes were that open. It was like he was housekeeping to get.
Because
to
Cowboy
play.
Bebop told me that in the first episode. Stupid.
Oh, he got me.
Fucking got him, dude. All right,
Fucking
that's it.
got me.
What are you doing this week, Randall?
Finishing working on the panels.
Week 3 panels. We got it.
Week 3?
Week 3 with panels.
I mean, that's not the only thing that I'm working on. I work on multiple things.
Yep, like streaming. Wait.
Yo, panels backwards is Slenap.
Brian, are you telling me the last like 6 seconds of you staring to Jesus right now was you thinking of that? What else you doing, Randall? Besides panels.
Some panels.
3 weeks worth of panels.
3 weeks worth of panels. I've been playing some video games too.
Oh, when's the video dropping?
No, not a video. I'm just talking.
Oh,
wow. Okay,
Randall, like
He just loves to shit all over our hopes and dreams.
what are you talking about?
Randall's a whore.
Okay.
The hell? That one called for. Apologize.
Randall, apologize to him.
What else you doing? Panels, playing video games, not streaming or recording. What else? Loading a gun?
Next time you come into our chat, some clingers, and you like, I'm thinking about streaming, and you don't, I'm kicking you out of it.
What do we have?
I'm the one that made it.
And
How you going to kick me out of
and
it?
I can take it from you.
Okay. I'm gonna just stick with that for now. Probably just work on
some panels.
I mean multiple art projects. Just a bunch of art projects. But
he's just talking about
within those art
panels.
projects will be panels.
Okay. So Brian, what kind of panels are you working on this week?
I'm working on all panels, big panels, small panels, one panel, multiple panels. I got them all.
Comic-Con panel?
Emporium. Yeah. What the hell?
They ever release the information on signing up for Evo?
No. Tomorrow I don't know what do you if Anthony's gonna play Minecraft Dungeons, I'll play with him Wednesday. But if he's not, I'm gonna play Grand Blue. Play a little bit because this is the last week before we're in June, boys. You know what June is?
The character in Handmaid's Tale.
What's June?
That's my month of focusing on Skullgirls again. You get it? That's her. You heard me, pussy.
Why are you focusing on Skullgirls?
Because I said I'll give myself a month of Grand Blue, and if I don't feel like I have any potential to play that competitively, by the end of the month, I'm just gonna primarily focus on Skullgirls again.
So
and how do you feel so far?
Can't wait to start Skullgirls.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I can't even fucking beat anyone who plays a specific character, so that means that I'm just trash. Or
do you think it's
just
the skill, or do you think it's online play?
I think it's just the game doesn't fit as well as other games have.
That's because you have a character that you can't do a normal attack and have it hit her. Like, it's so dumb.
She's a bitch.
Her crown's taller than she is, and the only reason she's wearing it is so she actually has some height to her.
I like the dude that fights barehanded.
Cerise.
Is that the naked guy?
Yeah.
No, he's not naked. He has clothes on.
He naked.
Have you seen his actual super?
No. I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't remember him being like not clothed.
Clearly not. Ugh.
So
what are you doing, man?
So Kelsey, what are you doing this week?
Wow, I didn't even fucking finish, pussy.
Because I asked you what you're doing this week, and then you started talking about shit, so I don't care.
Oh.
Kelsey, what are you doing this week?
I was waiting to see if Brian was going to finish. So this week I'm going to try and watch, there's actually a couple things that I really want to watch.
Spider-Man.
Let me, one is what was it that we're talking about? Solar Opposites. And then I'm also going to try and get through The Watchmen, if I can. There's a couple of movies that are animated movies that I purchased recently, Weathering with You and Flavors of Youth.
The heck
and I think they're made by the same company, Makoto Shinkai.
These are anime?
Yeah.
These all
they're
sound like
directed and written by Makoto Shinkai.
These all sound like bands I would hear at Woodstock. They don't even sound like animes.
But he's the one that did 5 centimeters per second, Your Name.
A porn, okay.
That's a good track record.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna watch several of his movies.
That's a good track record. Okay, then that's probably worth watching. He does really good work.
Apparently, Flavors of Youth is done by somebody else. I think it was just one of those, like, recommended it. If you like this, you probably like that one.
Let's hope it's right. Or maybe he produced it.
No, this one's the studio is Comix Wave Films. I don't know.
Okay. What?
What?
You want to explain it to these guys what the fuck that noise was?
Remember, he does like wet sounds.
Oh, he loves wet sounds. That's true.
You make it sound like that No, I'm not going to get into this.
Oh, speaking of wet sounds, do you guys remember the hot girl matrix? The crazy hot girl matrix? Have you guys ever
Yes.
seen that?
Yes. You showed me that.
I don't know what that
I'm
is.
pretty sure I did.
Oh, the ratio thing.
Yes.
Yes.
What is that?
I'll send you a link to it. It is absolutely worth watching because the dude. So basically, the guy breaks down.
Break it down.
Breaks down like the crazy to hot girl part of life. You know, about how women are like only a certain part crazy, or at least a certain amount crazy, and then finding like you have like a dating area and a wife zone, and then the unicorns. And he breaks it down so scientifically. It is absolutely hilarious. And then he does this. He does one for the guys too.
What made you think of that?
So when we were grilling out yesterday over at my neighbor's house, and something came up about it, and some of the guys that were there were like, "What the hell is that?" So we had to pull it up and show it to them. Are you done?
What are you doing?
So this week,
You was waiting there your whole time to just tell us what you were going to do this week?
Minecraft Dungeons comes out today. So I'm streaming that tomorrow. I'm streaming that
Wait, is that the game that Dr. Lupo was playing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm streaming that tomorrow. I'm streaming it Thursday.
Why?
Because it's like Diablo, but easier, and I'm stupid.
This man was gonna play without even sending someone an invite. Look at this guy.
I tell you I stream it because you know where to find me on Twitch.
No.
.tv/Adler. That's all I'm gonna be doing. Is probably just streaming Minecraft Dungeons.
He was playing with his son one time.
Yeah, he's got like 2 kids, I think. Yeah, but he went hard in that. He's like at a level 100 and something, so he's been playing. He got early access because streamer. But this pleb doesn't get one, so. Streamy watching Doro Hedoro on Thursday. I'm pretty sure I just cursed a small Indian village. And that's it for episode 96 of the ADLR podcast.
Only 96?
97, 98, 99, 100.
Thank you, Randall. Oof, without you.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. You got it, buddy.
Did you say next will be 98, 99, then 100?
No, he just counted 97, 98, 99, 100.
Oh, I didn't hear the 97. That's why I was confused.
No, I get
looks like coconut oil.
That's a good thing.
And that.
What was that thing that you posted? Roses are red. I love bread. Shoot yourself in the head. Like, what is that?
It didn't. It said nothing on there about shooting yourself in the head.
It looks like the barrel's pointed backwards, but I can't really tell. What the fuck is this picture?
It's plain English. There's no extra. It's exactly what you say. You're looking for a hidden message that doesn't exist.
No, I want to know what the fuck it means because
it's exactly what it means. That's what it is. It's a guy holding the gun, and you see the saying at the top. That's it. Over.
Why?
Because, Kelsey. Why were there gifts with rainbows and cats? Because.
Go eat a Whopper.
And on that note, Randall's going to go eat a Whopper. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you guys next week.